tells you it's too good to be true, they simply don't have the options we do. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Here we go. All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac.
Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning Stone Pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. They're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours.
In hard times, or when a man has worked at a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, a computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time.
Let's go now live.
This is where we live.
Are you ready to get your world rocked?
That's what I'm talking about.
You ready?
Oh, wait. So we're just going to wing it? There's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
And now.
Right now.
Now, it's Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
And I be catching them northern pipes like on the 10-pound test. Smoke cess, never fast, take a guess. I be the early morning Stone Pimp. Straight limping, Boone's farm drinking. At the party, big booty pinching. Chilling like a villain, balloon filling. Whack MC killing. The fine hoe drilling with the $1 million talent and the 10-cent brain.
Been gone too long, too much cocaine.
But now that I'm back on the block, I'm ready to rock left to right all night. My game's tight, I wish you might take a bite out of this here toxic, melodic, neurotic product, fresh from the harvest. Who'll be the largest?
All right, time to knock those 420 cobwebs loose, if that is at all possible. Welcome to Senning Show. I'm John Senning. My friend over there, you've probably been listening to him for the last couple hours. Hung well. He is one of the hosts of the Lazy Ass Podcast. Make sure you listen to it wherever you find your podcast. Dizzy in the building.
Appreciate it, brother. Hell yeah, brother, on the weekend.
Man, I don't know what I did to my. I don't know. I think it was. I think it's less about all of the things I did as far as drinking and celebrating 420. I think it was because I ate so much bad food over the weekend that I just legitimately am in like a foodborne coma on a Monday today. We had so many snacks for the WrestleMania festivities, which we'll get to in just a second. Exciting day for multiple different reasons. The Bone bonus is back. Who couldn't use $1,000? I know that I could, and I'm sure most of you could use $1,000. That's going to take place at 2:00. So make sure you're near the radio at 2:00. And then Mike Olivero popped in the office right before we went live to let it be known that we have a pair of tickets to see your Tampa Bay Lightning take on the Florida Panthers. That's at Amalie Arena tomorrow night, 8:30. And you're going to be able to get your tickets in the span of the next 3 hours. I'm just going to tell you, the only hints I'm going to give you, I'm going to do it during the commercial break.
Okay.
So I would say don't go anywhere for the next 3 hours, because I will give that pair of playoff tickets to the Tampa Bay Lightning away during a commercial break.
Make sure you go like Mike Olivero's post, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. If we could just ask two things of you, keep it tuned during the commercials and go like Mike Olivero's post on social media. and that everyone's going to be happy. Thank you to everybody who stopped by the Wild Fork on Saturday, including you, Dizzy. Man, I have to say, just the sweetest people listen to this show. As soon as I got there, I think the dude's name was Casey. Seemed like he was almost waiting for me. He pulled up right when I got there. A fresh box of Uncrustables was gifted to me, which was nice. And then Mike, who I think I meant to text Calta because the more I got to talking to that dude, the dude in the bone shirt, he seemed very like connected in some way. Like he made it seem like he knew Mike Calta and knew like some musicians, and I'm not really sure, but he brought me some beautiful artifacts. I got a big ass Jeff Gordon figurine still in the box, a Jeff Gordon car, an Eddie Guerrero action figure still in the box. So that was really, really cool. A lot of great people stopped by, and I appreciate you swinging by as well.
Yeah, it was a good turnout. I didn't know too much about Wild Fork until me and Nicole walked in and bruised the store a little. It was amazing.
Dude, that place
it's
it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Did you end up cooking up the skirt steak?
We didn't get the steak. We got to the crab.
Oh yeah, no, dude, their crab is nice.
We were so impressed.
Yeah.
I told my mom about it. She's like, "Get the F out of here." I go, "I promise, it's so much."
Well, and there's one right over by them too, right there on Linebaugh, headed towards West Chase. So yes, thank you to everybody at Wild Fork. A great success. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, okay? But let me say this first. WrestleMania, it's one of my favorite weekends of the year. It's something I look forward to. I've been watching wrestling since I was a kid, and there were lots of cool things, great matches, great athleticism, things that took place in the world of wrestling over the weekend. But I will tell you this. How old am I? I'm 30. I'm 38. I'm 38. So I've been watching wrestling probably since I was 5 years old. So do the math. In all of those years, I have never been more disappointed, disgusted. Dusty Rhodes is turning in his grave. Ric Flair, I don't know where you are, but you're probably sick to your stomach on what happened last night in the main event of WrestleMania. I was so mad I couldn't go to bed.
Really?
Danielle at one point had to tell me to shut the F up and go to bed because I was just ranting and raving around my house like a lunatic. And it doesn't need much buildup or much of a story. All I can tell you is that John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, John Cena going for his 17th title reign, which would be the most ever, breaking the record of Ric Flair. They have an okay match. People are expecting the world. They're expecting The Rock, some sort of storyline. Who knows? Why did John Cena side with The Rock? None of that. But what we got was Travis Scott.
I hated that.
Who I'm going to be honest. Okay, he's got some songs. Maybe your kids like Travis Scott. Maybe some people like Travis Scott. In the middle of the match, they give him like an 8-minute entrance where he just slowly strolls on down to the ring to, long story short, cost Cody Rhodes the match. John Cena wins the title. It was the most disappointing, lackluster, thoughtless ending to a WrestleMania in my entire life. It legitimately made me question everything I love about professional wrestling. It was I want to swear. It was it was terrible. It was there for so many different reasons. A moment where this man is breaking the record. This moment will go down in history forever, no matter whether we like it or not. And that moment will be remembered because Travis Scott got involved in the main event at WrestleMania, and that was supposed to mean something to somebody.
I hated it. So I watched Styles and Paul.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was
a
a
decent
good fight.
match. Yeah, it could have been better, but it was fun.
But you are right. It was fun because it kind of like I was watching and go, okay, I'm kind of getting like the vibes are kind of when I remember watching wrestling.
And just seeing that many people, I think there were 63,000 people. Like just the imagery of that many people getting together for something is cool. So that'll entertain you for a moment, maybe.
I was watching the Cena fight, and to just echo what you said, soon as Travis came out, I go, this is what we're doing.
And I mean, I don't know. To me, there's nothing they can do or say to make it any better.
Yeah.
But I mean, at that moment, night 2 of WrestleMania, with John Cena having turned heel and winning a 17th title, to think that somebody somewhere thought the best thing they could come up with was a guy who's not a wrestler carrying a fake goddamn belt down to the ring to have that moment with John Cena. It was disheartening, disgusting, depressing, and downright dirty.
It feels kind of disrespectful that he has a belt in this when he's not a champion of anything.
It was disrespectful to every wrestler ever, honestly. Like to have that moment somehow be be owned by Travis Scott, who didn't even really do anything. He looks like he's 85 pounds soaking wet. He's not a daunting figure. He's nobody in the world of wrestling, and it was sad. It was I struggled to sleep last night because of the rage in my heart for the Travis Scott John Cena moment.
I gotta say, if I just watched that and was trying to get back into wrestling, I'd go, hell yeah, brother might not be living anymore.
It is unfortunate because like I said, there were other great matches and just, great straightforward wrestling matches that brought me joy. But people will only remember this. Did you see, I think it was right before the main event, did you see Stone Cold come out?
No.
Yeah, so
I heard about it, though.
And that was really, there's two things that are, even if you're not a wrestling fan, that I think you could be entertained by. The first being, Stone Cold came out for no reason other than just to announce the attendance of the amount of people that were there and
slam some cold ones.
And slam some cold ones, but he came out on a four-wheeler. And dude, I don't know. I hope we get an update on the story, but he was doing circles around the ring on a four-wheeler and he smashed into the side to the guardrail. And there was a woman standing there who, I think she took a flop. I don't think she was really hit. I think she thought maybe she was going to get a payday. If you paid for tickets to the front row of WrestleMania and Stone Cold accidentally bumps you with his four-wheeler, like that's a gift from God as far as I'm concerned. And this lady was pissed. She immediately looks like she starts yelling at Stone Cold for running into her. So that was a borderline highlight of the night.
I never knew they did post-match interviews now.
You mean like press conference?
Yeah,
like the press conference. Yeah, that's a new thing to do, and that you don't know it, but you just set me up for a beautiful segue because, dude, my favorite audio and probably just in the scope of everything outside of wrestling, my favorite thing was that Jey Uso won the world championship on Saturday night. He beat Gunther, and he was the champion. And he from what I understand, got completely wasted in between the time that his match was over and the time that he was supposed to go. He was supposed to go up to the podium for his press conference. And there's so much good stuff to pull. But this clip, I can't tell you how many times I've listened to it over the last 2 days. And I think the question was, like, how does it feel to be the champion? Like, that was the question. And and this was his answer. And I can only hope that this clip will live on our show for the rest of time.
For me, are you asking just meals? Yeet. Hell yeah, I love it.
This isn't edited, by the way. Oh. You may think that I've edited this up. This is a conscious stream of thoughts coming out of his mouth, just so I can set that up.
For me, are you asking just meals? Yeet. Hell yeah, I love it. Fire. Internet, I don't know what it is. Soak it in, because this is it right here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but hell yeah. Two-time world showgirls. I'm damn near world heavyweight champ.
The interesting thing about this, I thought people were kind of going to be offended by, because dude, my man's got a couple DUIs. Like he's been in trouble in the past. Like I think his drinking has not always been a good thing. So for him to be this wasted.
For me, are you asking just meals? Yeet. Hell yeah, I love it. Fire. Internet, I don't know what it is.
Internet, I don't know what it is.
Because this is it right here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But hell yeah, two-time world showgirls. I'm damn near world heavyweight champ.
And he said, I'm damn near world heavyweight champ. He had already won the title at that point. So he wasn't damn near world heavyweight champ.
Sounds like he's on some Four Locos.
Yeah, and I'll say this. I could think you could tell by the way that it was covered today. Normally, the Monday morning after WrestleMania, they've done enough to kind of seep into the mainstream and have people talking about them and big moments, whether it be with celebrities or something. Radio silence from what I saw today. Nobody, I don't think, is talking about WrestleMania, maybe outside of the fact that Stone Cold almost killed a lady. So, you can't win them all. But it was a sad night in the Senning household. That's all I'll say.
2 nights.
Yeah. The first night I was... Yeah,
Saturday you were good?
I know. I was the main event on the first night was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was down with that. But I'm so upset with the John Cena, Travis Scott debacle that... I was going to say I'm not going to watch tonight, but that's going to be a lie.
Yeah,
I'm going to give him. I'm going to give him a try to win. I'm going to give him one chance to win me back tonight.
Now, and that's on Netflix.
Yes, that'll be on Netflix.
Okay.
Hello?
What's up, Senning Show?
Hey, what's up? Hey, my name is Vincente. How you doing?
Vincente?
Yes, sir.
What up, Vincente?
Hey, just calling in. I actually wanted those tickets, but I know you guys are doing that on the. I just wanted to just kind of jump in there first. But clearly you guys are doing that on commercial. But hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone had a fantastic Easter as well too.
Get the hell out of here. What are you trying to do? You trying to baby face? You should have just lied. You should have just been like, hey, I just wanted to say, hope you guys had a good Easter. Hope you guys, all of that.
WrestleMania didn't do it for me, brother.
Did you guys go to like a big Easter gathering yesterday? I saw some pictures. It looked like you were all very, very festive.
We went to my parents. My sister was there with her family, so we just hung out there, had some good food, chilled, and then went back in and watched some WrestleMania.
Dude, we did not. I realized we did not do anything Easter-esque yesterday. We would normally go out to my parents, but with Brody, we're just not really. We're not really traveling with him, and I don't want to. It's a big trip to make in a single day. So we just laid low, and I realized we did not do anything Easter related. We had a smorgasbord of food over the weekend. You want to know what we had last night? This is based on something I saw online.
Okay.
Most random thing you'll ever hear that somebody ate. So I've seen this before. They do it across the pond in England, I believe. And there, I think they call it a jacket potato.
Jacket potato.
So pretty much what it was a
potato filled with beans.
Yes. Yes.
Was it really?
Yes. That's what it was.
I figured they love beans over there.
Yeah. So Danielle made the bean mixture from scratch. So it was
jacket
tomato.
Potato?
Yeah, it was tomato sauce and beans and onions and garlic over potato, and we were just feasting all week. Lots of ice cream. Shout out to my guy Alfred at Small Batch Ice Cream. I think I ate like 3 pints of ice cream over the weekend.
I think I told you this before. And I'm catching Nicole up on Black Mirror. She
Did you guys watch? You didn't make it to the newest season yet?
We did.
Oh, you did?
We watched the episode you discussed about the ads. And
that's pretty good, right?
Great episode. I loved the second episode.
I don't think I've seen it. I haven't seen it. That's the one.
The Mandela Effect?
No, we skipped that one.
We're gonna be in for
Is
a
that
fun
one to watch tonight?
We're gonna be in for a fun one.
Yeah, that's one. That's the one that we skipped.
Yeah, we saw that one, and then we watched the gaming one. It was all right. The gaming one.
I don't think I watched that one yet either. I watched 3, but I must have skipped those 2.
We went 1, 2, accidentally went to 4, so we missed 3, and I think that's the one you saw then.
Shout out to Scarlet and Gray fan. I woke up this morning and wondered if I had dreamed that piss poor ending. No, you didn't dream it, my friend. It was not a nightmare. It was real. Mark Hamilton, that sounds like a clickbait question. John Cena's press conference. That was kind of funny. John Cena just didn't answer any questions at the press conference.
What? He just sat there?
Well, so he had the same answer. He had the same answer for everything that was asked.
Jordan, give it your best shot. All right, Jordan Mendoza, USA Today. 17 times. What was going through your head as you accomplished that record? Are you feeling reminiscent about being able to do this and set yourself apart from every person that's ever set foot in this company?
That seems like a clickbait question. I'm beginning to sense a pattern here.
He just answered that same answer to everybody who said anything to him. So
I kind of like the idea of him being a troll. Honestly, I don't even know why he went back. Not that I have anything against wrestling. He's a lot older. You're gonna go bust up your body.
You could see it in him last night too. He is. Props to his hairdresser for finally getting that bald spot under control. It's a little less obvious, but
it's kind of
my man is melting away. And he, dude, pasty as can be. I'm here for the 17th title reign, but hopefully it's a short one because it's not super believable.
Did you see this part of the Vroom Vroom Baby?
Oh, from on I think that was Saturday during the Xfinity race.
Yeah. I did not see that.
Yeah, that
makes me want to watch NASCAR more.
That's a hell of a brawl, dude. They brawl from time to time. That's built into the DNA. Sometimes you get a hell yeah, brother, vroom vroom crossover. Setting show, you're on the air.
Crossover.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Everett, what up?
Nothing. John, sorry, my voice is messed up. I got sick over the weekend.
Say, are you getting emotional, dude? I know the ending of WrestleMania was bad, but we're gonna get through it, brother.
Take your time.
No, it was pretty wild. Saturday I had a show in Clearwater, the 10:30 show, and I had a buddy come out there with me. We got out there early to Clearwater Beach to hang out a little bit, and about an hour into hanging out, all of a sudden my voice just started slowly disappearing.
I can hear it, dude. It's still disappearing right now.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It sounds like you got that Kanye's cousin disease going on in your throat, man.
Dude, it was the wildest thing though, because I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to perform on stage, and I got on stage, I had to address it, and That sounded like RFK Jr. or something. I don't know what's going on.
Did that pop the crowd? Did you say that?
No, I actually missed that one. I was pretty pissed off. The comic after me brought that up.
Oh, he stole your thunder, dude. Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So John, I know you're a big fan of Kill Tony.
Yeah, for sure.
How did you feel about the Netflix episode?
I did not think it was very good. I think that Shane Gillis kind of saved the episode as Trump, but it felt watered down. I was surprised that they didn't have more opportunities to film multiple and just pick the best one, because if that was the first time you ever saw Kill Tony, I don't think you would have been super impressed with that.
Yeah, that was my exact thoughts. Like, I wasn't mad at the episode because not every episode is good, but I was mad for the new people. I was like, they should have had Shane and what's his name? Freak, I'm blanking out.
Adam Ray.
Yeah, those two should have been on the panel the whole time. I didn't like the whole Elon guy. It's like we could have done without that.
Yeah, it was a little much. Did you see that? And I guess they were afraid to do it live, but Tony Hinchcliffe did a roast of WrestleMania last night, where I guess he roasted. It was at some big theater in Vegas, and he roasted all of the wrestlers. But I guess they're going to show it later. But they were just too scared to put it live.
Is that going to be on Netflix?
I don't know. I wouldn't surprise me if it popped up on Netflix, but I appreciate the call, buddy.
Sweet voice, bro.
Dude, man, I have to say, it makes you feel sad for him. He should have that voice all the time. It's like you just automatically you feel for the guy. He's out there putting his voice on the line. I have this story about video stores. So give me I'll get to in 1 sec. Setting show. Who's this?
Hey, it's Billy. I just have one question for you, John. Whose idea? Is it Triple H's idea for that ending to happen? Because he's running it now, right?
Yeah, I gotta say, you the first time that I've thought it, and I don't know that it's just me lashing out, but you just gotta wonder where Vince McMahon is and what he thinks when he sees something like that. Because if Triple H thought that's what people wanted, he's far more out of touch than anybody could ever believe.
It's embarrassing as wrestling fans. It really is.
It is. I'm embarrassed. That's a great word. I'm embarrassed. And you hype people up for it. Like you tell people, oh, you got to watch WrestleMania. Oh, you'll definitely get into it if you watch WrestleMania. And then they do something like that, and you're like, you lose your lust for it. You lose your desire to get people into it.
Now, is this because do you think old heads would hate this, but this is going to pop the young crowd?
I will tell you, dude, and I don't know what. I don't know like who's on the internet and who's not. It's 98.9% the worst response to anything I've ever seen.
Oh.
Like, it's not just, hey, that wasn't really cool. It's, this was embarrassing. How could you do that? It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. And the only thing that could be part of the story is that Cena says that he's here now to ruin wrestling. So maybe they're going to turn this into a story where that was his whole thing, that he wanted to ruin WrestleMania by having, who the hell knows. Were you a big movie store guy in your day, coming up when you were
Blockbuster and stuff?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Of course.
Dude,
yeah.
I long so much for the days of Blockbuster. There was a story in the New York Post today, and I think that it's a genius idea, and I'm bringing this up because it's one of my favorite things to talk about, but also maybe it'll plant a seed with somebody. I know they did a brewery somewhere that I think might be called Brewbusters, and it's kind of with the theme of Blockbuster. I don't know if they have videos or not, but I think specifically in a place like St. Pete, where you've got all these people of our age that are super nostalgic, I think if you opened up an old school video store, DVDs, VHS, you could even rent out the DVD players and the VHS players because this place in New York City, they say, is booming, reviving a nostalgic experience for movie buffs who are tired of streaming. They're offering all new films. I didn't even know this was possible. All the new films that are released, you can get them on VHS or DVD in this place, Night Owl Video, that opened up in New York. And it just made me long for the days. We didn't get a Blockbuster in our town until much later. I was well into high school by the time we got a Blockbuster. We had a place that I think is the coolest thing, and I'm surprised it wasn't a thing nationwide. It was called Linda's Video, and you would call, and it was a pizza place and a video store.
Yeah.
So you would call, and you would be like, hey, let me get a pepperoni pie, and let me get Billy Madison. And then they would bring Billy Madison and whatever else. They would bring you your VHS videos with your pizza. And they would often have like deals, like 2 videos and a pizza or something like that would be the deal. And that was our first video place before anything else came to town.
Yeah, we didn't have a Blockbuster. We had something kind of similar. Nothing with food, but it was called Video Impulse. This was when I was still in Canada. But it had like the beaded area. With
the porno area.
Yeah, where you go with your cousin and get a video to watch later.
Dude, we had something, and I'm very curious to know if anybody else had this because I don't know where they were. But by the time Blockbuster came, like it was exciting because you knew of Blockbuster and it was a big thing that came to our town. But Blockbuster was so overwhelming, but because before we got a Blockbuster, we got something called Mammoth Video. And dude, when I tell you that this place is legit as big as a Walmart, nothing but videos, like it was I try to envision it, and it was insane how much stuff that they had. Like they had 5 times what a normal Blockbuster would have to rent, and that was around. We had that before the Blockbuster. So by the time Blockbuster came to town, we were kind of like, it's not a Mammoth.
We used to treat it like it was an experience. We'd get pizza on Fridays, and we'd go to Blockbuster. We'd agree on a movie all to watch, and then me and my sister would get to I'd get to rent a game. That used to be my thing, renting.
Renting games. I was that was the jam. A couple movies, couple games, and I think this is. To be honest with you, I thought there was going to be more of a pivot already. I remember like 5 years ago, we were talking about the fact that it felt kind of like people were yearning for less technology, like going back to flip phones. And to me, the age of the video store is tied right into that. Like they got pictures from people inside this video store up in New York State. And like this person has a VHS copy of The Substance that they're checking out. Like it's all of the brand new movies and everything. And I just think that would hit. I think if you popped one up on 4th Street North or downtown St. Pete, I think you'd have to have the angle where you rent out the VCR or the DVD player. Because I just don't know. It kind of feels like nobody has DVD players or VHS anymore.
I remember when it first came out, too, and we figured out, we could skip ahead and get to the part we left off at instead of having to fast forward, rewind, or everything to get there, which... kind of nostalgic, finishing a movie and popping that bad boy in the rewinder.
Oh, did you have a rewinder?
Yeah,
oh, damn, you guys were bougie.
We splurged.
Oh, man.
Because we used to get hit with those fines all the time because we'd always forget to rewind it.
That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy they used to fine people for not rewinding. Because they had a damn rewinder. How much of their time did it take to rewind that thing?
That's a good point.
I mean, they throw it in the rewinder and they're like, it was like $5 to not be kind rewind.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would love to see it. When we go up to, and we haven't been up to the area in a while, but when we go up to the mountains up towards Ellijay, there's a couple small towns that still have old school video stores.
Yeah,
and there's just something about the beauty and the simplicity of a video store that when you walk inside, it's a feeling that just takes you right back in time. We also had, I don't know if it was like it wherever you grew up, but like all of our grocery stores had video stores in them. Like Kroger had a video store, Meijer had a video store. When they first put in the Walmart had a video store, like right in the front. It was like its own standalone video rental area inside the store.
I never remember that. I just remember, again, like the mom and pop things that came before the Blockbuster, and then it was Blockbuster and Hollywood Video were like the two big ones.
Oh, Hollywood Video. We had something called Family Video, but it wasn't the chain. It was like, that was probably the earliest video place that we had when I remember at my youngest age. We had a little place called Family Video, and that's just, it's not just about the videos and the VHS, but you kind of alluded to it. It was the bonding nature of movie night. The whole family goes to the video store, and you get to look at all. You get to hold it in your hand and read the boxes and pick out exactly what you want.
Or like if it was like one of those 2-day rentals because it was like a big movie, but you found the one that they still had in stock.
Yeah,
like all the others were rented out. You'd be like, I got one.
Dude, you know what was the best feeling ever is when it wasn't on the shelf, and you'd go to the person and you'd be like, "Hey, do you have any so and so?" And they'd be like, "Oh, what do you know? We just got a copy of Independence Day in. Somebody just returned it.
Yeah,
fresh out of the and then even the returning, you go and you put it in the little slide right there, dude. That's living, baby.
I miss those times. I had to stop going to Blockbuster because they fined me because I took like too long to return a game, and they're like, "Well, you had it for 20 days. We had to buy a new one." I go, "Well, what am I going to do?" They're like, "Well, you got to pay us $68. You can't rent anything." I go, going to Hollywood Video, dog.
Dude, this was the most messed up thing, and I still have a silly little regret on this because it was probably like 2 weeks before I left Michigan, and we had friends that we grew up with our whole life that lived right next door. Shout out to Lindsay, who was my neighbor, and I'll never forget, I was going somewhere, and she handed me her copy of Hitch with Will Smith from Blockbuster. And she said, hey, while you're out, can you return this to Blockbuster? And dude, I stuck it in the back little, the back little pocket of my car. And then I remember having moved to Florida months and months later, cleaning out my car and finding that copy of Hitch and like just wondering and thinking, did anything ever come of it? And days later, I remember I think I got a MySpace message from my neighbor in Michigan. It was like, hey, random, did you ever return that copy of Hitch? Because they're trying to charge me for it. And I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, yeah, I took that back.
That bad boy was in that slot 9 a.m.
Yeah. So somebody out there with a couple bucks in your pocket, give us a good old-fashioned video store here in St. Pete. 1-800-771-1025. Again, we've got your chance at $1,000 coming up at 2 o'clock. Really hoping that somebody wins that today. And then at some point before 4 o'clock, I'm going to give away a pair of tickets to the playoff matchup, the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers. It goes down at Amalie Arena tomorrow night at 8:30. So it is must listen. Keep it locked in all afternoon for your chance at cash and tickets.
And our good friend Danielle on Fridays, she'll be there tomorrow, right?
Yeah. That all gets sticks and stools. It will go live on YouTube, so make sure you check that out. Sending show, you're on the air.
Hey, how are you guys?
Doing pretty good. Who's this?
This is Derek.
Hey, Derek, what's up, buddy?
I worked at a video store in front of a grocery store.
Oh yeah, what grocery store? Where was it?
Pack and Save on Del Mabry, across from Mons Venus.
Oh, damn! So there definitely was video stores in the grocery stores around here back in the day.
Yeah. Everybody had them. Used to be Cash and Carry. Used to have them. U-Save, Pack and Save. All of them had it.
It's so crazy when you think about. Thanks, buddy. When you think of like now. Stores like that are going towards like less and less people. Like depending on the store, I've been into Walmarts where there's almost nobody working. It's all self-checkouts and all of that. And then you go back not that far ago, really, and you had entire other stores within the stores. Like those video stores were probably staffed with 3 people at a time on top of the people that already worked there. We've fallen a long way in a short period of time here in this country.
I always thought I was going to work at Blockbuster when I got older.
Oh,
I
dude,
loved it so much.
That would have been a great gig.
Right?
Dude, if you happen to step up and open up a video store in St. Pete, Dizzy and I will work the opening shift.
Yes.
Is that fair enough?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely there.
The grand opening, but only if we actually get to stock the videos and rewind the VHS and all of that.
We want the whole experience.
Yeah, we don't want to just be standbys. We want to be legit. Sending show, last call, and we got to take a break. What's up?
Hey, man, I just want to talk about WrestleMania a little bit. I know how much of a big fan you are as well, John.
Yeah.
So I just like you, man, I've been watching it since I was a kid, so 40-plus years. My disappointment at the end, yes, Travis Scott, the way the match kind of transpired. If you get a chance, go back. I'm sure you didn't get a chance to see Cena on Pat McAfee today.
No, I'm starting to. People are tagging me in it right now, though. Give me the cliff notes.
It really, it's like that next day moment of clarity. I mean, yes, I was the guy who, how are they going to top last year? But after the next day, you're not going to top last year. Just the way it all culminated and everything. I was waiting for The Rock to come out. I was waiting for whoever faction or whatever. But what Cena said on McAfee was he's destroying it.
Yeah.
He has the right after 20 years and carrying the company for 20 years to do what he's doing. They have set up the rest of this year being the John Cena going away year. I mean, we're all going to watch and see what happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there was not that huge, explosive WrestleMania moment that we wanted, but it is truly going to be the starting point of what the heck's going to happen for the rest of the year.
We'll see, and I appreciate the call. I almost wonder if The Rock, like people were speculating, is there beef with The Rock? Like, did The Rock, did he have a problem with his flight getting there or something? Like, this whole storyline was built around The Rock. Like, for him to not be there, like, makes less than no sense. Like, it just really is, it's the dumbest thing ever.
Do you think will ever come to a time where he will be the new Triple H and he will take the reins of everything there?
I
Do you
don't
think
know.
he just doesn't want to do all that?
If Triple H books one more WrestleMania like this, maybe, because I'm not sure. I'm not really sure where his place. Probably not. He's probably too busy. I think he's probably always going to want to, whoa.
Get some down and dirty.
Yeah.
I get it, yeah.
I just think he's never going to step away from all those other things, and I think it probably takes a full-time gig to run the WWE.
Yeah. Plus, he's probably just passing the torch to all his family members he brought in.
Yeah.
Like, hey, good luck.
That's the
It's
thing.
yours now.
The family pretty much runs the WWE now, so whether he's there or not. 420 playlist today in honor of the fact that we were not here yesterday. All of the 420 jams. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, there's big news in the world, which we'll touch on just very quickly. The death of, I believe, one of the most prominent, if not the most prominent figure in religion. He's like God's right-hand man, from what I've been told. We'll touch on that for a second. And a new study that came out, if you feel like when you go to the grocery store in Tampa, like you're paying the highest grocery prices in the country, turns out you might not be wrong. We'll dig into that in a bit more. Coming up next with more Setting Show. But first, I got to tell you about my friends at Bubble Down Car Wash. You know, those long wash tunnels that I love talking about, they're not just there for a fun ride. They're there because it means your car is going to be cleaner. The spacious vacuum areas let you get into every little nook and cranny. And they got an amazing staff. They're going to take care of everything every time you're in there. Locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, and Palm Harbor. Get that unlimited plan where you can keep your car clean 365 days a year, no matter what life throws at you. Get in there today. You will have the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down.
The only one if marijuana play around, I'll let her have a fun. She's not the kind of girl that you can just tie down.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone Bonus is back. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Good news, The Bone Bonus is tariff-free. It's The Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Presented to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
Over 700 new Hyundais, tariff-free at Crown Hyundai. Get financing as low as 0%, buy with 0 down, or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com.
With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing.
John Setting here to tell you about my good friends at Reese Windows, your trusted source for hurricane impact windows. Protect your home from the next storm with affordable, energy-efficient windows that come with a double lifetime warranty. What does that mean for you? If you sell your home, the warranty transfers, increasing your home's value. Reese installs most windows in just 6 to 8 weeks. Are you ready to make the smart choice? We'll get a free quote and register to win $15,000 in free windows by texting TRUST to 20129. For over 50 years, Reese Windows has been here for you.
Hush, little baby, yes you can. Mama's gonna buy you a prepaid plan. And with that Florida prepaid plan, Mama's gonna send you to college land. And when you're free to pursue your dreams, Mama's gonna watch your future beam.
With a Florida 529 prepaid plan, you can save for your little one's future. Plans start at $29 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
This April is your last chance to max your tax refund at Sun Toyota. Bring us your rebate and we'll double it up to $3,000. Then get 0% financing on select new Toyota trucks. Backed by a nationwide lifetime warranty with 4-year maintenance on new models. Hurry in today or shop online at suntoyota.com. Because when you make it Sun Toyota,
we make it happen.
Sun Toyota.com.
Call 1-800-639-3367 for more information.
If Heineken Silver was a 60-second radio ad, it'd tell you all the stuff you need to know in only 30 seconds to keep things light and refreshing. Seriously, time me. Heineken Silver, a world-class light beer that's surprisingly crisp and refreshing. Made with only premium quality ingredients and just 2.9 grams of carbs and 95 calories. All without compromising on taste. Heineken Silver. Order now at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 and older to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly. Whew. 30 seconds. That's it. Done. Peace.
Guess what? Power bills just went up again. And guess what? They're not coming back down. At Solar Bear, we've got a better way. Go solar now and get your first 12 months completely free. That's right. No power payments for an entire year. We're locally owned and operated, 10 years in business, and trusted by thousands with 5-star reviews to back it all across Florida. Don't keep renting your power. Call Solar Bear today and own your energy without the rate hikes. Visit solarbear.com.
It's Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I've got something important to talk to you about, your 401k. If you have changed jobs, there are 2 very important considerations. You don't want to leave your 401k behind, and you don't want to roll it over into your new company plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. 401ks will often have limited investments or age-based options. Since companies have to make choices to suit all employees, they may not be suited to you, which could cost you fees and money. When you roll over your 401k into an IRA, you not only keep your money growing tax deferred, but you also gain access to a world of investment options specifically designed for you. Trajan Wealth and our fiduciary advisors have helped thousands, and we can do the same for you. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
April is Invasive Plant Pest and Disease Awareness Month. Invasive plant pests and diseases cost the U.S. an estimated $40 billion annually in damages. More than 21 million jobs depend on the health and sustainability of U.S. agriculture and related industries. There's a lot at stake, and you can help. Agriculturist Catherine Bronsky with the USDA Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service.
Many of these pests spread through human activity on vehicles, outdoor equipment, firewood, and even through online purchases of agricultural products from overseas. Basic steps like cleaning equipment and outdoor gear between trips, as well as reporting any suspected invasive species to the local USDA office, can make a significant difference.
To learn more on how you can help stop the spread of invasive pests, visit www.hungrypests.com.
I'm honored by the number of referrals that Bernetti PA gets from others in our legal profession. We have represented clients referred to us by other law firms and even represented judges. They've called us. Why shouldn't you? Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Fuel costs add up. That's why fleet managers like Ed Keeley of Communications Unlimited are switching to Coast, the smart Visa fuel card designed to help business owners save on fuel and cut wasteful spending.
When we first started using Coast, we saved in the neighborhood of $22,000 from our previous month's invoice from our other provider.
Get fuel rebates of 4 to 10 cents on every gallon at Coast's 30,000 partner stations across the country, like Exxon and 7-Eleven. Plus, get greater control over your spending and block unauthorized purchases before they happen.
The biggest change is the controls that the Coast product allows us to have that the other vendor didn't. There was a lot of potential for abuse out there that became virtually impossible with Coast.
Go to coastpay.com/news and learn how to save an average of 10% on your fuel bill with Coast. That's coastpay.com/news to save 10% on fuel with Coast. Coastpay.com/NEWS.
Coast card products are issued by Celtic Bank. All card accounts are subject to credit approval. See terms at coastpay.com.
The old saying, you get what you pay for, still holds true today. Like when air conditioning companies offer you $29 tune-ups. Really? I'm not going to be fooled by that, and you shouldn't be either. Hi, I'm Zach Moskowitz, president of Cox Heating and Air Conditioning. Those so-called deals lure you into spending a lot more. At Cox Heating and Air Conditioning, we have a real honest solution. It's our Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan. For only $110 for first-time customers, our certified technicians visit your home twice a year and keep you cool. Get your Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan today at coxair.com.
License number CAC 1816108.
Cox is your key to comfort since 1958.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing right now on Senning Show.
1 or 2, you know what to do.
Your chance at $1,000 in less than 15 minutes. Lightning playoff tickets coming up too.
Lately I'm drowning my pain with the bottles and Mary Jane. No matter what I take, I feel the same. I've been bound by these shackles and chains.
Are we live on Facebook right now?
I believe so.
Dude, I don't want to say that this seems like it's going to be a new thing, but until somebody tells us otherwise, I think we're running on like 5 days straight. The Bone TV is up and live at our Facebook page. It's also live at theboneonline.com and the Bone app. 1-800-771-1025. So, sad news, especially for those who are in the Catholic faith. The Pope is dead. Dude, this guy really, I thought this guy was dying months ago. He had a hell of a, like, just about to die run. And I don't know if I'm reading it wrong, but I think he may have been with the vice president like last night. Did you see that?
No.
I think that J.D. Vance was with him at least like 48 hours before he died. I'm surprised that people aren't trying to connect the dots there.
I figured any pope that we elect as pope is almost about to die.
That is the thing. Why are they? Is that part of it? I mean, not that you know this, but just every
is there
pope,
like criteria?
Well, there's got to be criteria, but is it that you have to be old as hell? Because every single pope I've ever witnessed in my life, and I think it's probably 3, it's like they start old. Like we never had like a young, cool pope.
That's true.
I would love to see. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Oh, it looks like limited the electors to cardinals under 80 years of age.
Under 80? So you got to be under 80?
I guess so.
I know there's a whole thing.
They don't
and
seem like
there's
that.
the Cardinals, and then they make a decision, and then the smoke puffs out of the chimney, and then that's when we know we have a new pope and all of that. Dude, when I was in high school, the girl that I dated, her family was like super, super Catholic. You ever been to a Catholic church service before?
Yes.
Dude, it's hardcore, man.
It is.
Like they're all about like the ceremony. There's a lot of standing and sitting and praising and chanting, and I say this, you say this. There's a lot that goes into it, and I'm sure a lot of people are sad that the Pope is dead. But we can only hope that there'll be a cool new Pope. I'd love to see like a 35-year-old hot Pope.
Yeah, a study Pope.
Yeah, dude, the first true stud of a Pope. His cause of death has not been shared. He was dying. He's been dying for months. At 7:35 this morning, the Bishop of Rome, Francis, returned to the home of the Father. What are the chances this guy would die on Easter? I mean, that's pretty. I mean, you got to say that's pretty good timing for as far as branding is considered.
It's a great marketing move.
Yeah. Cardinal Kevin Farrell, in an announcement of the death, Francis, who suffered from chronic lung disease and he had part of his lung removed when he was a young man. He was going at it with a half a lung. Was admitted to Gemelli Hospital on February 14th, and then so he's been sick for a minute now. So the Pope is gone.
And
new Pope.
I always figured, I heard he forgoed a lot of the things you get as Pope, like personal chefs.
Oh, this Pope
stuff
did?
like that. The one who just passed. Yeah.
I think he was also and I may be speaking a little out of turn without going full into it. I think he was like the most gay-friendly Pope that there's been as well. I don't think as far as popes are concerned, I don't think he really hated the gays. I think he was a little more, I think to the point to where it got him in trouble. Some of the things that he said were a little more progressive. So, who
Progressive
knows?
Pope.
Progressive
I like
Pope, double P.
And we need Pretty Boy Pope.
Oh, pretty good. We need the triple P. Pretty Boy, Progressive Pope. The death of a pope sets in motion a series of carefully orchestrated rites and rituals. Eligible cardinals will eventually vote for a successor in the Sistine Chapel, a process known as the conclave, which that was also a movie that came out recently. Did you watch that?
No. Is that good?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. By the way, it's been in my face all weekend because it's on Peacock now. I think you said, I saw on social media, you said you watched it. The werewolf movie? Not good?
You watched it?
No. But I'm interested.
No, I wrong reply to that, because if you watched it, that would have not been how you reacted.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's got the girl from Ozark that I like, Ruth from Ozark.
Yeah.
She's fun. So, I mean, that had me mildly interested, and I can get down with a werewolf man.
It's terrible. You're going to not have a great time watching it. You might hate watching it.
I feel like normally I would take advice when someone says it's bad, but sometimes I feel like I like bad movies.
You might like it.
I'll go through and read the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff, and 90% of the time the movies that are rated the worst end up being the movies that I like the most. You're like a thespian. You like a good movie. I think I might like bad movies.
I like a good bad movie sometimes. Like Nicole, when we were first starting dating, she didn't make me, but she was pushing this movie called Teeth. You ever heard of this movie?
Is this where the vagina has teeth?
Yes.
Dude, I think I have heard of it.
I enjoyed myself.
Dude, teeth. So what does it eat men or just chomp their wieners, or like what's it do?
It chomps. You find out. Spoiler alert! It just chomps people that are or threats.
Okay.
So if it thinks you're a threat, it's gonna go down. If it thinks, oh, this is just someone.
So
that's
is it
in
just
love.
one toothy
No.
vagina, or
I
is
think
it like
it's
the tooth? No, not one tooth. Is it just one woman with the teeth?
Yes.
Or is this like a thing that's spreading amongst women in the movie?
No, it's one woman with the teeth, and it starts off like you find out how she figures out she has it. Spoiler alert. Dark. It's because her stepbrother tries something with
Oh
her.
no.
Yeah, it's very dark.
Oh geez.
Very dark.
Oh,
yeah.
that's scary in a couple different ways. You know what else is out there that we were gonna watch all weekend, we never got a chance to, that looks good, is the Oklahoma City bombing documentary that they just put on Netflix on
You
Monday.
love a good documentary.
I love a good doc. And the one that's crazy about that, first of all, I know about it now, but I was young when it happened. But those guys, McVeigh and Nichols and the other guy, they lived very close to where I grew up. Like they were near Lapeer, Michigan. So
really?
There's definitely like a Michigan tie-in and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see if they unearth things that I've never heard. But I do love a good documentary. Setting Show, you're on the air. What's up?
I dated either the director or the executive producer of Teeth. And after we had sex, I actually brought up the movie and made a joke about the teeth down in the nether region.
Did she have them or no?
No, she did not. She was very appalled that I even said that after the fact.
Yeah, I can see that being a bit of a buzzkill. Man, this was crazy. I saw it almost everywhere in the local media this morning. Tampa Bay area sees largest grocery price increase in the continental U.S. Brand new study finds. Over the past year, the Tampa Bay area specifically saw the largest increase in grocery prices of any metropolitan area in the continental U.S. A new study conducted by Smart Asset, it's a financial advising website, shows that Tampa St. Pete grocery prices went up 4.3% between March of 2024 and March of 2025. That data comes from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Honolulu, Hawaii was right there with us with the biggest spike at 5.3. It's just it's so weird because I mean it's a thing that people complain about. Now that you're in the family life, I heard you talking about with JP the other day about how these young girls just eat and they just never get full. It is one of those things where I don't know how people do it. Like if you got a family of 5 or 6 or 7 or really any size of all, depending on the money you're making, the prices of groceries are not coming down. And when you look at, I've seen the different diagrams of where we were just 5-10 years ago. I mean, some things have doubled or tripled in price at the grocery store.
Doesn't happen at Wild Fork, I'll tell you that, though.
No, and not. I will say that this isn't all a Wild Fork thing, but you would be remiss if you have a family to not at least poke around at Wild Fork, specifically for like ground beef and a lot of like large cuts of meat and stuff like that. Because it's a great deal and often better than what you'll see at the big grocery stores. But it is just crazy because you see numbers like that. And people didn't start making more money. Like people's companies didn't start paying them more money just because the grocery prices went up. Non-perishables like bread and other baked goods are usually cheaper to truck in, but they've gone up 5.3% in the Tampa Bay area. Once it reaches produce season, all of a sudden truckers don't want to take those other things that are non-perishables and everybody just wants to move the produce. These are things that I did not know about. Thanks to the local agricultural industry, the price of fruits and veggies only went up 0.2%. Now, that is a little bit less than the rest of the country. The price of eggs, meat, and poultry went up, and those numbers are some of the highest in the country. In Tampa Bay, they went up 7.3%. With supply chain issues and everything, you also have a massive health problem with chickens. You have more people wanting eggs, and you have less chickens laying them. Yeah, I got to say, Donnie, he's saying that the grocery prices are going down in certain places. I don't really see him coming down that much.
It doesn't feel like that. I imagine, like you said, if you have a big family, you really have to rely on the Aldis and then like the BJ's and Sam's Club to get your groceries, I imagine.
Yeah, and you hear more people doing stuff like that, like stepping out from the, Danielle was talking about Aldi's the other day. We've got to save a lot at the end of our road, which seems pretty busy. And these other maybe not big box stores, I think people are starting to dig around in to find out what and where they can get the best deals. But it's a mess. Maybe some of this, whatever's going on with the tariffs, ends up leading us to growing more of our own stuff. Maybe that's a plus. I'm not really sure where the silver lining is, but prices at the grocery store not coming down. And I did think I think we were promised that they were going to come down quicker.
Yeah, they don't feel like it. And obviously the numbers are saying they're not. That's why I'm so glad for one, Nicole does all the grocery shopping. She finds the deals, but she's pretty good at couponing as well. You know what I mean?
Is she a couponer?
She's not a couponer, but she knows like she'll look up some deals first and all that stuff.
Dude, when we lived right before we moved out here, when we lived in Leesburg, Danielle went through a phase where she was a legitimate extreme couponer.
Was it because of the show? Because that show, actually, I was so interested in that show for a while. I don't think it was.
She was working as a bank teller, and I think she just kind of had time on her hands. And she got intrigued with it. We were those people. We had like a mini store in our house.
Oh,
like
really?
Our garage, a whole area of it. We had 15 things of laundry detergent.
Yeah.
And just so like there are certain things that seem to always come up. And often she would do this thing where she would end up getting money back.
Yeah, it's almost like they're paying you to take their stock at that point.
Yeah. It's very, very bizarre that's even a thing that can happen. But for the people that especially now with as much as groceries cost, I would think there would be more extreme couponers than ever because it's insane. I'm trying to think some of the things that we
laundry detergent's a big one.
Yeah, it is.
Right,
I remember like toiletry type stuff.
Yeah.
Like we had tons of shampoo and deodorant and all sorts of things like that. So don't be afraid to be an extreme couponer these days. I was going to ask you something about what you're eating in your house. Oh yeah, no, it was about the grocery shopping. I'm the worst because, and this is probably a benefit of not having kids, I just know what we need and I just get it. You know what I mean? Like some people, in specifically if you've got kids, there's probably no denying it because you see it going up right in front of your face. If I know we get it, I buy it, and then I'm normally, mind blown by how high the grocery bill is. But, some people, it weighs on them.
Yeah.
The price of groceries every day. Rightfully so. Because
you know what would help them?
$1,000. You're damn right. $1,000. You want it? Well, the opportunity is upon us. This hour's keyword is good. Head to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter good. Before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and the $1,000 bone bonus could be yours. That's GOOD. Good. Dude, that's our first one, Diz. We're one in the tank.
One for
we
one.
Did not forget it. Save your tweets, save your DMs. You do not need them today. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, I've got a wild story about somebody forgetting something in an Uber. Maybe the Uber driver stole it, but maybe they left it. And if you've got a story that it's anywhere near as bad as this, I've been holding on to these tickets, and this feels like the prime moment to get rid of them. We're going to send you to Rock the Country, Kid Rock and Nickelback in Ocala. We've got the tickets next, and your call can make you a winner. More Setting Show on the way. There has never been a better time than now to go solar with Solar Bear. The average Solar Bear customer is saving over $2,000 per year by switching to solar. Solar Bear is a local company that's been in business for over 10 years and served over 10,000 satisfied customers. I love getting to sit down with these guys. I learned so much about the business. They're good people, and they've been doing it for a while. That 4.7-star Google rating is the reason why they're the number one solar installer in the state of Florida. And there's tons of reasons to go solar, and the one that's quick approaching, storm season. You get solar, you get a backup system when everybody else is out there trying to get the generator running, or God forbid out there in line waiting for gas. You're good to go, and you can eliminate your power bill. And if you sign up now, you're going to get your first 12 months completely free. That is correct. No payments for 12 months. Make that decision today. Give them a call or hit them up online at solarbear.com.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stingray Chevrolet presents Calta Cruise 19. Calta Cruise 19 is happening on April 9th, 2026 for a 4-night cruise. We'll be on the Royal Caribbean Explorer of the Seas, departing from Port Canaveral and heading to Coco Cay and Nassau. And we'd love for you to join the party. You can book right now. Email caltacruise@gmail.com to put your deposit down today. Calta Cruise 19. Brought to you by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. For all the details, visit theboneonline.com.
The old saying, you get what you pay for, still holds true today. Like when air conditioning companies offer you $29 tune-ups. Really? I'm not going to be fooled by that, and you shouldn't be either. Hi, I'm Zach Moskowitz, president of Cox Heating and Air Conditioning. Those so-called deals lure you into spending a lot more. At Cox Heating and Air Conditioning, we have a real honest solution. It's our Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan. For only $110 for first-time customers, our certified technicians visit your home twice a year and keep you cool. Get your Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan today at coxair.com.
License number CAC 1816108.
Cox is your key to comfort since 1958.
Are you ready to elevate your social game? This is John Senning here for Cava Social Club in downtown Bradenton, your go-to spot for fun and relaxation 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is not just any hangout. It's a community social club with incredible weekly events on Wednesday, karaoke night, where you can unleash that inner rock star. On Thursday, test your knowledge with trivia night, great questions, great prizes, and even better company. You need some relaxation? Well, treat yourself on any one of their many massage nights and let your stress just melt away. Showcase your talents at open mic night or strategize with fellow enthusiasts with the ever-popular Sunday Chess Club. The night market is a must-visit with local vendors, delicious food, and handcrafted goodies that are sure to make it a night to remember. Dive into the amazing events going on at Cava Social Club today and visit them online at thecavasocialclub.com and on social media at Cava Social Club. Cava Social Club, where your vibe attracts your tribe. Boola, baby!
Avoid the stress of preparing to sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You can skip the hassle of spring cleaning and sell your home fast and for maximum value. Hey, it's JP, and don't worry about showings, open houses, or costly repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer allows you to bypass the market. You'll receive an all-cash offer and close within days. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, you can trust Mark Spain Real Estate to sell your home fast with their guaranteed cash offer. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Drinking and driving don't mix. If you've been injured by a drunk driver, we're Bernetti PA and we sue drunk drivers. We know you may not have been ready. Call 1-800-BURNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, and Pinellas.
For pure safety and total clean, call Zerorez. Right now, get 3 for the price of 2. That's 3 rooms of carpet clean, but only pay for 2 when you mention me, Mike Calta. Secure this deal today. Book online at ZerorezTampaBay.com.
Comedian, actor, and author Colin Quinn is coming to Clearwater. Come see him April 24th at the Billheimer Capitol Theater. Hear Colin's unique perspective on American politics and culture. Don't miss one of the most beloved voices in comedy, Colin Quinn.
Your identity's not even who you are. Your identity's who the government says you are. Your personality is who the people that know you think you are. Your reputation is who the people that don't know you think you are. Your social media profile is who you think you are. And your browser history is who you are.
So, April 24th at the Billheimer Capitol Theater. Tickets on sale now. Visit RuthEckerdHall.com.
Integrity, respect, results. Farrah and Farrah, expect more. Tampa.
Minis and Kitties is coming to Mini of Tampa Bay Saturday, April 26th. Enjoy free refreshments, cuddle adorable kittens, and even adopt a furry friend from our Humane Society of Pinellas County Kitten Adoption Zone. It's going to be the perfect Saturday. Go to minioftampabay.com for details.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
And a lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, I'm usually much more active, but since I've been in pain, I've had to limit the activities I'm doing.
You're listening to Janelle, arch support specialist at the Good Feet store.
He came in and he wanted to be able to keep up play sports with his kids. From there, we figure out which arch supports complement those activities. I fit him with the arch supports, and as I followed up with him, he's messaged me and said, I took my kids to the park today. We're walking, we're exercising, riding the bikes, and those are all things that he wasn't doing before because he was in pain.
For over 25 years, the Good Feet store's arch support specialists have been helping folks to live the life they love without foot, knee, hip, or back pain getting in the way.
Our goal is to have that long-term change for them. That's what's most important, is knowing that you leave an impact on someone's life. And I like that.
Try them for yourself. Stop in for a free personalized fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Visit any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, and at goodfeet.com.
Cat named Mo saying it's time to spring into strength at Crunch Fitness. See what I did there? And now is the perfect time with $0 enrollment and membership starting at $9.99. Go to crunch.com where you can find out about the HIT classes, high-intensity interval training for heart-pumping team-based workouts. They also have certified personal trainers. Mine is Jacob out at Carewood. Create the perfect program to help you reach your goal. With nearly 500 locations nationwide, you will have no trouble finding a convenient gym close by. Go to crunch.com for the location nearest you and get crunched. Offer ends 4/30.
Spring into savings at Crown Kia because it's all about location, location, location.
And Abby, it's all about selection, selection, selection. We have a sea of new Kias out there.
Over 400 new Kias available to choose from. Hurry in to shop our huge selection of no tariff inventory and save on a new Kia. Drive for only $219 a month.
Plus, no market adjustment or dealer installed options.
Crown Kia, the better way to buy.
And service.
CrownKia.com. For lease information and more details, call 1-800-371-0942.
Diamond Days are back at the Golden Diamond Source, Tampa Bay's largest jewelry superstore. I love Diamond Days because right now you can get up to 20% off all their diamond inventory, including April's birthstone. Plus, you can take advantage of 0% financing for up to 5 years. This means that if you finance $5,000, your monthly payment would be only $83. Best of all, your Golden Diamond Source diamond never loses its value. And listen up, all soon-to-be newlyweds. Here's your chance to win a $2,500 shopping spree at the Golden Diamond Source, along with a wedding cake for up to 100 guests created by the renowned celebrity chef, the Cake Girl, as seen on the Today Show. Entering is easy. Simply visit the Golden Diamond Source on Almerton Road for your chance to win big. I love Diamond Days because right now you can get up to 20% off all their diamond inventory, including April's birthstone. Plus, you can take advantage of 0% financing for up to 5 years. If you want your special someone to say yes, make sure it's a Golden Diamond Source diamond. Check them out at 3800 Almerton Road in Clearwater, the Golden Diamond Source.
Are you worried about long-term injuries after an accident? I'm Tampa injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Before you settle, know your rights and know your options. Visit justcallmo.com. Let's make sure you're covered. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
If you're doing your spring cleaning and you see that your windows and patio doors lack pizzazz, do something about it. Renewal by Anderson of Tampa and Sarasota have a 1-month only sale where you can save $300 off all windows and $825 off patio doors, plus no money down, no payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Renewal by Anderson, superior products, exceptional service. RBAFLA.com. License number CGC 1527613.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
From the early evening till the break of day. So step this way and let your mind be free. And by the way, welcome to the party. Well, my name's Kid Rock, I'm a Capricorn. And Detroit City's where I was born. When I was young, I knew I'd always be
Rock the country, Ocala, Florida. Kid Rock, Nickelback, Hank Williams Jr., Tracy Lawrence. Dude, they're doing house party sets. And they're Afro Man and the Yin Yang Twins will also be involved in the Kid Rock the Country Festival. It's going down in Ocala, May 9th and 10th. I went last year. It was a great time. It was really, really cool. They moved the location this year, but I've got a pair of tickets. Shout out to Mike Olivero for passing along. I know people called right away, and that's kind and all. I'm looking for people who have lost their children for the longest period of time. If you have misplaced your child, preferably not a really sad story like I lost my kid 15 years ago and I never found him. Maybe I guess you could still get the tickets, but
Were you ever lost as a kid?
I have one vivid memory. Of being lost in a big place that I'm going to tell you in just 1 second. Thank you again to everybody who came out to Wild Fork on Saturday. Thank you, Diz, for coming out with Nicole. You guys did some shopping. It was really cool. Dr. Barbecue was on the grill. I didn't think I liked lamb chops, but Dr. Barbecue was cooking up these damn lamb chops. I had like 4 of them right from Wild Fork. They were amazing. He was cooking up spiral ham as well. I stocked up on a bunch of stuff that we ate all weekend. We made mini burgers. Dude, their little brioche mini burger buns were delicious. I swear by all of the protein at Wild Fork, from ribeyes to the more rare stuff, rabbit, elk, bison, and everything in between. You can order online and get it delivered. You can order it online and go pick it up, or just go have yourself a shopping spree. Locations in South Tampa, Citrus Park, and right here up the road from where we sit right now on 4th Street North in St. Pete. I love Wild Fork. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely do. WildForkFoods.com. So it almost feels like a core memory. I think you would call it a core memory. Just something that feels like one of my earliest memories. We went to, because there's a SeaWorld in Ohio, or there was. I think it's gone now, but there was a SeaWorld in Ohio. And I actually texted my mom this morning and I didn't hear back. I'm hoping she listens and will tell me the real story. We went to the SeaWorld and I was lost. Long story short, I was probably maybe 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
And I just was displaced from my family. And it was, I don't know exactly what it was, but in my head, you know, Cats, like the Broadway show or something.
Of course.
I don't know if that's actually what it was, but there were dancing cats all around me. And I just remember being a child, screaming my freaking lungs out, mortified, and these damn dancing cats were like up on cars and like dancing all around me. It could have been 5 minutes. It could have been 45 minutes. But that to me, from what I recall, was the most lost or away I've been from my parents. And again, I don't know how long it was. I just know that as a child, I remember thinking, I don't know where my family is.
Amusement parks, top 3 places that would be just terrifying
To
as
lose
a kid.
lose your kid.
Yeah. Either you're a kid or, losing your kid there. Terrifying. Because it's just so big, so many options. And I think it's just so easy that someone could just pick you up and walk away.
Dude, this is random and not related at all, but a fun fact. I actually meant to bring it up with Drew last week. So the Masters just happened last week, the big golf tournament?
Yeah.
So you can't have your phones there. Like, you cannot bring your phone in. Like, nobody has their phone. I don't know if they lock them up or what, but I found out about this phenomenon where people are just lost from their friends all day. Like, people are just because people just get wasted.
Yeah, and they
first
can't
of all,
text and nothing,
everybody's dressed alike, like just white dudes dressed as golfers.
Yes.
And then there's no phones and everybody's wasted. And I guess it's a thing where people just lose the people they came with and then just never see them again, like all day long.
So you can't even, I guess that wouldn't matter if you don't
From
have
what
a
I
phone.
understand, you could no phones at all. Like, you can't, not even phone zone. So I don't know if they're locking them up or they just make sure you don't come in with them. But I guess it's a phenomenon that people just lose their whole crew at the Masters.
And is that just because it could disrupt the golfers?
Yeah, I guess it's just a super bougie, classy thing that they allow.
When I was younger, I got lost at an airport.
Oh, no.
And I remember it vividly. I was probably around the same age you're talking about, and I was with my pops, and my mom and sister went to a store, and me and my pops were going to a store, and I remember just seeing this arcade video game lighten up, and I walked over to it, and I was like, oh, my God, this is the coolest game ever. And I was like, 50 cents. Dad, I'm like...
Dad?
Yeah. And I remember, going to the store I thought he went to, he's not there, then... going to where I thought my mom and sister were, not there. I remember just going and sitting somewhere and crouched down crying.
Oh no!
And
dude, once you just give up and start crying, dude, it's over, dude.
Yeah, and
you're primed for abduction at that point.
And I'm so glad that for all I know, my parents could be my abductors, and I would never know.
Damn!
Some lady came up with her. They were like a young couple. I'll never forget. They're probably in their 20s, and they're like, "Oh my God, this little boy's crying." And I remember the guy being like, okay, let's go. It's not her problem. She's like, no, we got to take him somewhere. They took me to the desk, and they did the whole thing where they called people. But it took a while for me even to give my name.
Damn.
Because I thought I was in trouble, right?
Oh, no. I thought you were going to say you popped up, and you're like, you got 50 cents, bitch?
Yeah.
I'm trying to play this game.
Trying to play this arcade game.
Dude, so eventually you were found?
We were found and got in a lot of trouble. I got
damn.
beat by my parents.
Oh, no.
Because I think they, they could have been in real trouble.
That's the thing too. There's always that fine line of, I don't know if we were talking about this on the air or not, but there's a fine line where fear turns into anger.
Yeah.
Like if you're ever really, really worried about somebody, and they're just kind of, you were a kid, so I don't know, but just whenever you're really worried about somebody, then you find out they're okay. It just has the capability to very quickly turn to rage.
Yeah, I told you with the cruise.
Oh,
Nicole,
yeah. That's why we were talking. That's why we brought that up. So the story that I initially saw that made me think of all this, and again, 1-800-771-1025. I'm giving away these Rock the Country tickets. It's a damn sweet lineup. You get 2-day tickets: Kid Rock, Nickelback, Hank Williams, Tracy Lawrence, Gavin Adcock, Jody Messina, Diamond Rio, Afro Man, Ying Yang Twins. It's a hell of a time. It's out in the middle of nowhere in Ocala. You'll have the hell of a time. We're going to give those away for the person who lost their kid for the longest period of time. But here's the story that gave me the idea. And there's a possibility that maybe this lady didn't really lose her kid, but she was without her kid, and she's blaming Uber. So this is from your old neck of the woods, Diz. A Toronto native had been taking an Uber with her 5-year-old daughter, along with 3 other children and an adult. I guess it was I think it's maybe the 5-year-old who fell asleep. So that's a bunch of kids to be loaded into an Uber in the first place. So unfortunately, due to the seating arrangement, follow this, with the other passengers blocking her daughter from the doors, she had to wait for everyone else to get out so she could get the youngest kid out of the back of the Uber.
Oh.
Okay? If that makes sense. Kind of. Upon arriving at their destination, she says that she declared her intentions and explained what was happening to the Uber driver so that they would know, we're going to get out and then I got to get the kid from the back. Despite her vocal announcement, the driver seemingly failed to hear her disclaimer. Before she could get her young daughter, Amelia, the driver took off with the kid still in the back.
So he stole the kid.
It's hard to say whether the kid was stolen or the mom didn't do enough to get her kid out quickly enough. She found the mistake particularly appalling because she says the exit plan was communicated loudly and clearly right beside the driver, and said there was no language barrier.
Oh, okay, that was my next question.
So, dude, imagine this. Imagine you lose your kid. So you see the Uber driver drive away with your kid in the back. She immediately contacts the Uber driver, but then the Uber driver's not answering the phone.
Or what if the Uber driver answers, but it's kind of like your DoorDash delivery, that one person where you're like, hey, my kid. And like, yes, kid.
Yes, kid.
Yes,
kid, child.
Kid, yes, kid.
So she supposedly repeatedly tries to get a hold of the driver, can't get a hold of the driver. Her kid is in the Uber. So then she reaches out to corporate Uber, and they are not helping at all. She says they refused to contact the driver. I begged them. She subsequently contacted the authorities, whereupon she was asked to provide a recent photo of the child. So they put out an Amber Alert. She says it was the worst experience of her life. Despite police insisting that Uber contact the driver, they declined on the grounds that it was outside their policy. As a result, she says, my daughter was alone in the dark with a stranger, terrified and confused. It wasn't until over an hour later that police finally tracked down her daughter. To make matters worse, Uber refused to make amends, simply offering her an automated $10 credit for her trouble. That's like the story of Uber, dude. Like that's their thing. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, no matter how bad you think your problem is, they're just going to wash their hands and go, we'll give you $10. I mean, this is going to sound like I'm making a real leap here, but when I don't get, my Chick-fil-A sauce with my chicken tenders, my meal is ruined. I would rather not eat it. They're probably going to give me a $2. They're probably going to give me a $2 comp because they forgot my sauce. Same thing. Like losing your kid, it's horrific.
Your ride is ruined.
But from their standpoint, your night is probably ruined. But they're like, you got your kid back. We'll give you $10. She says, I have spent the last 5 weeks trying to resolve this quietly and respectfully directly with Uber. I've been patient, calm, and professional, but Uber still refuses to take true accountability. Also, what do you want? I mean, I understand Uber's not, like, it is traumatic and everything, but, like, what would make it better? Like, do you want...
That's a good... Like, compensation is not going to...
Yeah, like, is it a dollar amount that you're looking for from Uber that would somehow make you feel better?
Has the driver come out and said anything? Because it seems weird that he just took off with a kid in the back.
No word about Uber representatives have since addressed it. We recognize how distressing the situation was for the family involved and are thankful that the child was safely reunited with their parent. We immediately began reviewing the details of this incident internally to identify opportunities to improve our process and support systems. The safety of everyone who uses Uber remains our top priority.
And that's why I'm kind of worried about a lot of those things, because, like, it doesn't take much to be able to pass the process of becoming one of those drivers.
There's about a million different reasons why it's insane. First and foremost, that I don't think it's that insane or that hard to become an Uber driver. Like just a basic background check that I'm sure would be easy to work your way around. And the second most dangerous aspect of the whole rideshare thing, and it happens time and time again. I actually saw a video of it happening the other day online. Most of the time, depending on where you are, you're dealing with people that are inebriated. Specifically, you start talking about women who have drank too much.
Yes.
And then if you're just a predator of sorts, you could just roll up to a drunk lady on the side of the road and say, hey, I'm your Uber. And that seems to work. There's just a lot of new bad things that can happen based on the fact that Uber is so ingrained in our society.
Yeah, Nicole, she went out with a girls' night, a few weeks ago, whatever, a month ago. And she was going to take an Uber back, and I was like, I will come get you. Like, I'm not drinking. I would rather come all the way to downtown St. Pete and pick you up. Then you ride with, like you said, an Uber driver with, you don't know. It's a stranger driving.
Yeah, it is really, and I mean, it's become almost a meme now where we go, our parents used to tell us not to take rides with strangers, and now we have apps to set it up. And I mean, it's funny to think and to say, but it's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Like, we just trust people to come pick us up, dude. When Danielle is by herself and takes an Uber, it stresses me out. And I'll be the guy too, like sitting there watching the trip on my phone and be like, looks like he's taking a turn he should. Nope, she's abducted. It's over.
It's over. This is how it ends.
Let me start up a Tinder. 1-800-771-1025. Senning Show. Have you lost your children?
Hey, you guys, it's Lee.
Hey, Lee, what's up, buddy?
Hey, I got a good one. back in 2001, 2002, when Toys R Us was still open.
Okay.
And me and my son, my oldest son, who's 27 now, we were looking for a toy for a birthday party, and all of a sudden I turn around and he's gone.
Oh, no.
Like, disappeared, gone. And it wasn't that long. It took about 2 hours to find him.
No.
3 sheriffs.
Oh,
the whole store was looking for him. And then they finally went back to the video to find out that he didn't walk out. He's still in there. Come to find out, he's on an end cap where all the stuffed animals are in one of those bins.
Oh, and he was just chilling in there?
He was just sitting in there. Just all you could see was his face, just watching everybody walk around.
Well, that's the crazy thing, too. I don't remember the timeline, but I know that after, you know about the dude, the America's Most Wanted guy, John Walsh?
What do you mean?
So his son, I think his name was Adam Walsh. They were in, it might have been a Toys R Us. Hang tight. You're at least our front runner for a second. I don't know if it was a Toys R Us or not, but his son just straight up was abducted from right beside him inside of a store. And I hate to give you the gory details, but they found him in a ditch, decapitated.
No
and
way.
That changed.
That would pushed him to do all this stuff?
Not only that, but it changed the laws. It changed what happens. I think because Drew's told the story where he lost Xander in a store for a minute. And, and back then they have a code Adam, which means you go through all of these different protocols to try and, make sure that your kid's not been completely abducted.
And he was just in the, so Adam was, the alert was based off of this guy's.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I never knew that. And still kind of confused. Was this before he was the host?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. So it happened. It happened down south, Yeehaw Junction in rural Indian River County.
Well, that just seems like his fault for taking him to Yeehaw County.
Well, he might have been living there. I'm trying to see if it says what store it was in.
Yeehaw.
They went to Sears. They went to a Sears. It happened at a Sears. And this kid was. It's crazy. Sorry about that. Setting show. Who's this?
Hello.
Hi. Who are you?
This is Michelle Jenkins.
Hey, Michelle. What's going on today?
Oh, I lost my kid. I just thought I'd just let you know.
Yeah. What? How'd you lose him? How long were they gone for?
He was gone for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Ooh. We were at Hunsader Farm for the pumpkin patch.
Oh, yeah. I love it down there.
Tons of people. They had all the vendors there. Everybody could go and look. And we're running around looking for this 6-year-old. And, literally almost had a heart attack. He had gotten himself on the hayride.
Oh,
and while everyone was looking everywhere in the park for him, everywhere, and the hayride came back around, that's where somebody had gotten him off. He had gotten on the hayride by himself.
Oh my good, yeah. I was gonna say I would have thought he would maybe been in the pumpkin fields or the cornfield or something. That is hang tight. I think between her and the other guy, that's pretty much.
Thank God someone got him off.
That's the thing. It's just if I'm a little boy out there on my own, lost without my mommy, all I can hope and pray for is that somebody would get me off.
Some burly stranger will get me off.
The hayride, right?
Whatever works.
Yeah. Sending show. You're on the air.
Hey, this is Kyle.
Yeah, this is Kyle. What's up, man?
Hey, man, I lost my son on a train in North Carolina.
On a train? Wait, let's rewind real quick. Who are you looking for?
My son.
No, but when I answered the phone, you asked me a question.
Oh. No, I asked you about my name. I didn't know if I was on or not.
Oh, yeah.
Are
Okay.
you Kyle?
Yeah.
If it's for Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know your name, so I wouldn't know if it was you. I thought you thought I was Kyle. All right. So you're on a train headed to North Carolina from Florida?
No, we were in North Carolina, and my son snuck on a train, and it took off.
Oh, no. He got on a train. What were you like? What was the event in North Carolina where you were near a train?
It was the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's a tourist attraction train.
Yeah. Dude, so when did you realize, did it happen like in slow motion? Did you see him get on the train and then the doors shut and he just went away? Or did it take you a minute to figure out that he had been trained off?
Well, I looked for him for a minute and I realized the train was gone and he was gone and there was no one else around. I called the authority, the port authorities, and they couldn't stop the train. They said you had to meet us at the next location, and we'll get him off the train.
So at that, so was someone able to get your son off?
Yeah, we had to drive to go get them.
Oh man! So did you know he was on the train, or were you just guessing he was on the train?
I was guessing. We just called and they said yes.
How old was he at the time?
Like 4.
Oh my God!
Not even in kindergarten.
All right. You're the front runner. Something about a kid being stuck on a train driving away is is scarier than a hayride. So,
kid getting ran a train on, not the best. I worded that wrong. Your kid getting stuck on a train.
Yeah,
that's what I meant to say.
That's what.
But someone got him off, thankfully.
That's thankfully. Sending show. You're on the air.
Yeah. Hold on. I got this. Hey, sorry, buddies. I'm at work.
No, it's okay.
How y'all doing?
It's your world. Yeah. We're doing good. Who's this?
My name's Ian.
Ian, what's going on, man? How long did you lose your kid?
You know it. Well, here I didn't know if I qualified. It's not my kid.
You don't qualify.
Well, you don't qualify. Yeah.
I do apologize. Thank you. Get back
this
to
other kid I kidnapped.
Get back to work. Get back to work, you son of a bitch. Sending show. You're on the air.
Take your time.
Hello? Thank you. 727, one of the dirty ones. Who's this?
Okay. Hey, this is Lois with a story now. I got lost. Am I talking to John Setting?
Yeah, you are. This is John Setting. This is Lois. This is Lois Wright.
Okay, well, this is what happened. I'm an old fart.
Hey, Lois.
This is back in 1967 in Montreal, Canada, when they had Expo 67.
Montreal, Quebec, Canada, eh?
Montreal. And my father took my brother and I don't know, I was 8, 9, whatever. And back then, 8, 9, you weren't, savvy, and there was no cell phones, whatever. And he just brings us up there. He was a strange man. And he just says, here's some money, like, here's $10. You guys go, da-da-da-da. Well, Montreal Expo was on 3 different islands, and you took these trams. And I'm all by myself. My brother went one way. I ended up getting lost. All these people are speaking French, and I didn't freak out.
So wait, you were on the tram?
Oh, I had to go from island to island.
Did
they said, how do I get back to the entrance to meet up with my dad?
Did somebody get you off?
Well, these people, they spoke mostly French back then. They were kind, but they guided me. And by the grace of God, I don't know how, I got back to the main entrance. There's my father. I wanted to punch him in the nose.
How long were you away from your family?
Oh, about 5, 6 hours.
Oh, geez, that's pretty mortifying.
It was a big Montreal. The 67 Expo they built it on 3 little tiny islands, and they connected, so exhibits were on each. And I got on a tram by accident. Next thing I'm there. How do I get back? So your story just was like, kind of funny. I got lost on my own and couldn't get back.
Well, I'm glad somebody got you off and you were able to be here today with us, Lois. Yeah. You're very, very sweet.
Sucks alone that you were in Montreal, that crappy city.
Is that do we not like Montreal?
No, I hate Montreal.
Montreal. Did you? I don't feel like we've ever properly talked about Canada. Did you go to Windsor ever? Did you ever spend time in Windsor?
I've been to Windsor before for like soccer stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the. I'm sure I've told you this, but that was like our thing because we could drink. At was it 19, 18, 19?
19 in there.
Yeah, so at 19, we would just go across the border. It was like an hour to get to Windsor. So when we were 19, it was like it was crazy. We just crossed the border and we were fully legit. And there were strip clubs and casinos, and we were just rage at 19.
You know how much money those strip clubs and stuff make on the borders?
Oh, dude, I would imagine.
Because
from people like that?
Yeah, all the people that come, and then most of the people that work don't even live in Canada, I found.
Well, and by the time we were done, like by the time we were getting to be 21, so the span of a year, things were getting so much stiffer. Like they were really not taking any BS at the border. And they did not like that we were coming there just to party. So we found out we had to lie and tell them that we were like sightseeing or something. Like if we just said, hey, we're going to the bars, because on the way back, one time we lied and said that I forget what we said we did. But we lied. And the guy goes, "Oh yeah, is that true? Then why do you have stamps from the bar on your hand?" So then they pulled us to the side, ripped the car apart. Just a whole.
Because they thought you were bringing stuff back.
Probably whatever. I don't know what they thought was happening, but became clear by the time we were done with that phase of our life that we were not super welcome in Canada.
You have more confidence in me at that age, because at my age, I would have never wanted to cross the border back and forth.
Yeah,
to party.
it was mortifying.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, we got pulled aside and searched multiple times, probably more than 5 times. And I'll never forget the one time, because we finally realized we could get weed in Canada, so we stopped coming over the border with it. But I'll never forget they searched the whole thing. Whoever customs searches the whole thing, and then we get out, and I realized that there was a big blunt roach sitting right, not even like in an ashtray. It was like sitting on the hand, like the handrail thing where it had a little indent.
Yeah.
It was just sitting right there, and they somehow missed it. And we probably could have changed the course of my life. I'd probably be in Canadian prison still to this day.
And not be able to do the sending show?
Exactly.
Not the sending show.
Yeah, it's just
but like
not
the
do
show.
the sending show.
Do the show. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah. Somebody would have got me off, I bet, though.
Yeah.
Sending show, you're on the air.
Me?
Yeah, that's you.
Hey, man, I just wanted to go back to Augusta, the Masters. I just didn't know if you've ever been to Augusta. The Masters is literally like this little island with a big giant fence around it and straight ghetto all the way around.
Yeah, it is interesting. I have been to Augusta a couple times when I worked for a restaurant up there. We had a location in Statesboro, and we would go through Augusta, and it like you're driving down a road, and then all of a sudden, like, there it is, and it just doesn't feel like the most beautiful, coveted golf course in the history of the world is sitting right there in the middle of nowhere. So you are very right about that. Thank you for the point. Last call. If not, the man who sent his child away on a train in North Carolina is going to see Kid Rock. Who's this?
Hi, this is Sierra.
Sierra?
Yes.
What's going on, Sierra? How are you today?
I'm good. I don't think I have a story quite as good as the
All right. Well, we'll
6 hours.
We'll
but-
see. Believe in yourself.
So I was like 5 or 6. I was at a babysitter's house, and actually I was the one that went missing for an hour and a half.
Oh no!
because
Where'd you go?
I left the babysitter's house and walked down a few blocks to my house to go my bicycle.
Oh man! So then,
just a joyride.
So did your parents then like come back to pick you up at your babysitter's house, and the babysitter was like, "Hey, bad news, the kid's gone."
No, it was before. I mean, the babysitter noticing I was missing, obviously called 911.
Oh, geez. So then, like, the cops were out looking for you.
Yeah, the cops pulled up to my house, and they were like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm just out there cruising around.
Living your
He was
best
like-
life.
Yeah, he said, "We got to get you back," and I thought I was in trouble because he put me in the back of the cop car.
Oh, no. How old are you now?
Yeah. 29.
Oh, wow. So you were like in that last generation of kids that would actually go out and like ride their bikes almost.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was in the late 90s.
All right, I'm going to give you something, Sierra, because just because. But so hang tight. And then I think are you the guy who sent your kid off on a train?
Yes.
All right, hang tight. You're going to see Kid Rock and Nickelback in Ocala. Thank you to everybody who called. Great work. Don't go anywhere. We come back, dude. It was the first thing I said to Diz when I saw him today. This tweet, I don't know if it's been deleted yet, but this tweet from Kanye West. This man says some crazy things online. He's a full-blown Nazi, I think, and somehow this is more insane than that. Kanye West sharing his deepest, darkest demons on Twitter and the things he may or may not have done with his cousin. More Setting Show on the way. Still, your chance to win tickets to go see the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers tomorrow. All you got to do is stay locked. During the commercial break, we're going to do it before 4 o'clock. Drew Garabo joins us in just a little bit for John's Joints. 420 playlist today. You can subscribe to the Setting Show playlist on Spotify. I love telling you about my good friends at Reese Windows, your trusted source for hurricane impact windows. Protect your home from the next storm with affordable, energy-efficient windows that come with a double lifetime warranty. What does that mean for you, you might ask? If you sell your home, the warranty transfers, which is going to increase your home's value. Reese installs most windows in just 6 to 8 weeks. And if you're ready to make the smart choice, get a free quote and register to win $15,000 in free windows. All you got to do is text TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129. For over 50 years, Reese Windows has been there for you. More Setting Show on the way.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, maybe even your kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to.
Office in downtown Tampa. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Rick Julius, licensed in Pennsylvania only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
At the Original Mattress Factory, we know most people don't love mattress shopping. In fact, many dread it. And why wouldn't they? Many mattress stores use high-pressure sales techniques like today-only pricing and tout features that don't really offer a benefit. They offer an overwhelming number of options to confuse things even further. At OMF, we do things differently. Our showrooms are easy to navigate, and our sales team actually cares. Our goal is to answer your questions, not pressure you into purchasing. OriginalMattress.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. If you need an attorney you can trust, give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN. We will give you a free case evaluation. I won't charge you any fees unless you recover money. Give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN, 866-LAW-FRAN, or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
Over 700 new Hyundais, tariff-free at Crown Hyundai. Get financing as low as 0%, buy with zero down, or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Tucson SE for only $259 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com.
With approved credit, 36-month lease, 10K miles a year, $39.99. Do it signing.
Avoid the stress of preparing to sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You can skip the hassle of spring cleaning and sell your home fast and for maximum value. Hey, it's JP, and don't worry about showings, open houses, or costly repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer allows you to bypass the market. You'll receive an all-cash offer and close within days. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, you can trust Mark Spain Real Estate to sell your home fast with their guaranteed cash offer. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Spring into savings at Crown Kia because it's all about location, location, location.
And Abby, it's all about selection, selection, selection. We have a sea of new Kias out there.
Over 400 new Kias available to choose from. Hurry in to shop our huge selection of no tariff inventory and save on a new Kia. Drive for only $219 a month.
Plus no market adjustment or dealer installed options.
Crown Kia, the better way to buy.
And service.
CrownKia.com. For lease information and more details, call 1-800-371-0942.
Sitting in traffic because of an auto accident is frustrating. We should remember, though, that the person in that accident ahead, their life has changed forever. And we may be thankful it isn't us. But if it ever is, call 1-800-BURNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
The old saying, you get what you pay for, still holds true today. Like when air conditioning companies offer you $29 tune-ups. Really? I'm not going to be fooled by that, and you shouldn't be either. Hi, I'm Zach Moskowitz, president of Cox Heating and Air Conditioning. Those so-called deals lure you into spending a lot more. At Cox Heating and Air Conditioning, we have a real honest solution. It's our Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan. For only $110 for first-time customers, our certified technicians visit your home twice a year and keep you cool. Get your Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan today at coxair.com.
License number CAC 1816108.
Cox is your key to comfort since 1958.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Bulls Nation, get ready to be the Thunder for the 2025 playoffs, presented by Advent Health. Tickets for round 1 against the Florida Panthers are on sale now. To secure your tickets and everything Lightning playoffs, visit TampaBayLightning.com/2025 playoffs.
If you're hurt, accept no substitute. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
I got some stuff you just gotta try. What is it? Pop, you know.
Yeah, I got this feeling inside. Can't find no balance in my mind.
Welcome back to Senning Show. I feel like the cobwebs are clearing out a little bit.
I got this feeling inside.
1-800-771-1025. Thank you to everybody who called. Make it up for the 420 playlist today. Little Stranger.
I'm higher than an F-16 at Walgreens, trying to find some eye drops and a bottle of Listerine. Woo! Well, I missed the clean.
Don't forget, I still have a pair of tickets to go see your Tampa Bay Lightning take on the Florida Panthers tomorrow night, Game 1. The playoffs are underway, and we've got your tickets. I'm going to do it in the commercial break sometime before 4 o'clock, so keep it locked in. Dude, this Kanye tweet, I was trying to, hold on, I'm trying to find it. He didn't delete it, did he?
No, it's still up there.
Okay. Are you looking? Oh, yeah, okay, got it. And Kanye, clearly a tormented man. He's got a lot of things that would lead you to believe he might not be well mentally. Well, he posted a song. Which, did you listen to any of the song?
Not really.
With the song at this point, we're not going to dig into the content of the song. But in the best way possible, without getting us kicked off the radio, I will read you the tweet that Kanye West put up 4 hours ago. This song is called Cousins, about my cousin that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady. Just a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. So is he making the connection between telling his cousin that they weren't going to look at dirty magazines anymore together with him murdering a pregnant lady?
It sounds like that. He's saying that's like the catalyst.
Yeah.
Almost.
Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6. And buckle up, everybody, because this is about to take a turn that you might not see coming. I felt that it was my fault when I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6. And then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found on the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Ye, and I S'd my cousin's D till I was 14. God. And then he wrote, tweet sent.
That was kind of funny, though.
Dude, what?
Tweet sent, mic drop. That's
what the hell, dude?
So here's the thing, too. Just a couple of years ago, you stopped looking at magazines with your cousin?
Is that Well,
because he said a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that it necessarily. I don't think you can follow the timeline to it not being that long ago.
Yeah,
for the killing a few years after I told him. So he did this a few years after he told them that. So I don't think it's saying like a few years ago it happened. He's saying that he killed the woman a few years after he told them they couldn't look at the magazines together anymore.
But I'm saying okay, timeline. Let's say he murdered the woman 2020. That means in 2017 he had told his cousin, we're not going to look at magazines anymore.
But you're
together.
saying 2020. I'm thinking that his cousin probably killed the lady in 20. Who knows? He could have killed the lady in 2004. There's nothing that leads us to believe that it wasn't that long ago that he stopped looking at the dirty magazines.
So okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Kinda. Explain it again to me.
I'm just saying there's nothing in the words that gives us a timeline of when they stopped looking at the dirty magazines together. He just said he's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines. He didn't say that he just went into prison for it.
That's a good point.
So, I mean, who knows when he went into prison?
That's true. It could have been 2004. I got you.
Absolutely. I've always thought that whatever's going on with Kanye, a lot of it is rooted in some sort of maybe not to be in
trauma,
a Nazi and all of that, but something sexually happened to him because he seems to have, to call it an infatuation with porn seems almost like underselling it. And now there's all these stories. Did you see that clip of Iggy Azalea? And supposedly when they got together to work on something, he started asking her about the biggest D she'd ever been with.
Her man's D.
Yeah.
Because she was in a relationship. Because at first he was like, man, I'd be, doing stuff to your photos every day. And she's like, oh, that's nice. So anyways, my boyfriend, he goes, your boyfriend? He goes, how big is his thing? And then he said, if you got a big thing, you're just allowed to cheat.
Yeah.
You're doing God a disservice by not.
Remember when he did that, you might know, I don't remember the details of it, but did he not do a video that was only released on Pornhub? And it was a super, super raunchy song that was way over the top.
Maybe.
He's got a thing with porn, and then you can watch, clearly what's been going on with his most recent love interest, and the whole thing of almost feeling like he has to humiliate her and have her go out naked in these bizarre clothing every time she goes outside. But just, man, what a thing to type out. And
so close with the porn thing. At the award ceremony is when Kanye, so the AVN or whatever, Kanye West debuted his song with Lil Pump.
Oh, that's what it was.
I love it.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that song. Very, very foul mouth. So who knows? Maybe this is the beginning of the road of retribution for Kanye. People love a victim story, and now he's being open about his trauma. Maybe this is maybe people are gonna be like, oh, poor Kanye.
I think
poor Kanye asked his cousin's D till he was 14.
We're seeing
that's a hell of a run, by the way. Till he was 14.
That is.
Yeah.
Whoa. I think he's getting ahead of a lot of the stuff that's probably going to come out in these Diddy things.
Oh, you think he's in the...
He's I've been trauma since I was...
That is true.
The cousin days,
That is true.
Where Bieber is falling off the deep end with how he's dealing with a lot of this stuff.
I heard you guys mention it on JP, and I saw the story as well, that they're already ramping up to be showing these videos in the courtroom.
Yes.
So these names are probably going to come out, and even if we don't see the videos, we're going to hear about what's on these videos, and it would be hard pressed to think that they're not going to leak. Sending Show, you're on the air.
Hello, Mr. Sending, Mr. Dizzy. How are you two gentlemen doing?
Not today. Not today. We just don't have the time for it. Sending Show, you're on the air. Hi.
Yes, hi. This is Kendra.
Hey, Kendra, what's going on?
Ain't nothing much. I wanted to just say something with the Kanye thing. If he was a woman and he did it, he says that it would have been accepted. But because he's a man,
I don't think that I'm not accepting. I'm not accepting it at all. It's just hard to he's got so much other stuff out there. If this is Kanye and we're right off the heels of College Dropout, and then he drops this, I think everybody wraps their arms around Kanye and goes, "You poor guy, we're so sorry." I think on the heels of the Nazi era of Kanye, people just don't really take what he says, and maybe the way that they would if he wasn't like that.
But this is why he, just like R. Kelly, everyone, as soon as they really dig into deep and they find out, okay, they were messed up, since a kid.
Yeah.
That's why they're crazy.
Yeah, and it's weird of finding that line of, maybe empathy and figuring out what somebody has been through and also holding them accountable for all of the things that they've done. It's kind of a weird, it's a weird line to try and figure out what you do in a situation like that,
Yep, that's all I have to say.
No, good
Thank
point,
you,
though.
guys.
I appreciate you. Have a good one.
Turns out he is a gay fish.
Yeah, who would have thought? Dude, that's just crazy. Just a very interesting admission from Kanye. I wonder if this is going to be like his new thing. This is going to be the new thing that he wants to talk about all the time.
Well, one of the things he tweeted out, too, he says, my new album's going to be called Cuck.
Cuck. Yeah, which he definitely has cuck-like tendencies.
He does.
And who knows? Maybe that's because he asked his cousin's D till he was 14.
Hey.
Everything he does now, we're just going to go, is he like that? Did he do that because he... But also, he's not saying his cousin made him do it. Like, a lot of dudes watched porn together and didn't feel like they needed to 69 each other.
I mean, I didn't watch any porn with my boys.
Oh, you didn't?
You watch porn with your boys?
Are you kidding me?
Like
why? When we were young?
Okay.
Like when it was like all that we had?
I'll tell you this. I do remember being a kid, and me and my boy on the sleepover, we'd be like, let's try to see if we can get the Scramble channel to work. It would never work.
Yeah.
That's the closest I've ever got.
In the early days of like the first porno vid, we definitely had group tent parties is what we called them. Everybody had their little blanket, kept the lights off, no eye contact.
This is a joke.
No.
This 100% happened.
100% true.
You had watch parties with your boys.
Absolutely. Now that I think about it, what Kanye did isn't that weird. I was one step away. I was one blanket away from hopping on it. All right. Don't go anywhere. John's Joints is coming up next. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Drones are in the sky. Are they going to take down a plane? Maybe. We got some old school Polk County justice and big trouble at the Pentagon. Heads might be a-rolling. That and a bunch more coming up next in John's Joints. Switching to Hawkins Service Co. is simple and stress-free. They've been in the game for over 30 years, and they're trusted because all of their technicians get rigorous background checks. You get that information before they come to your home. Expert HVAC, pool repair, electrical, and plumbing. One call really does handle it all. With over 3,000 five-star reviews, Hawkins has earned a reputation for reliability and quality across the region. And right now, we want to make sure the pool is fresh and running good for summer and the AC is cold. So get $250 off variable speed pumps, $250 off pool automation systems, and when it comes to the AC, $49 spring tune-up and $1,500 off any complete AC system replacement. And do remember that if you let them know you heard us talking about them on the bone, 10% off for new customers. Hit them up today, 813-445-8209, or visit them online at hawkinsserviceco.com.
Come on, I wanna smoke a big spliff with you, 'cause you're my smoker.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. It's Lightning Hockey on 102.5 The Bone. The Bolts are back in the playoffs. Tomorrow night, your Tampa Bay Lightning are at home at the Amalie Arena to take on the Florida Panthers. The game starts at 8:30 p.m. It's the battle for Florida. You can listen to every single playoff game right here on the official station of the Tampa Bay Lightning. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw hockey.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Mom and Dad seemed different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
John Setting here. Are you ready to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Well, pick up your phone right now and text the word TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
If Heineken Silver was a 60-second radio ad, it'd tell you all the stuff you need to know in only 30 seconds to keep things light and refreshing. Seriously, Time me. Heineken Silver, a world-class light beer that's surprisingly crisp and refreshing. Made with only premium quality ingredients and just 2.9 grams of carbs and 95 calories. All without compromising on taste. Heineken Silver. Order now at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 and older to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly. Whew. 30 seconds. That's it. Done. Peace.
Insurance companies often play tough, offering you the bare minimum for your injuries. But why settle for less? With me, Mo DeWitt, your Tampa injury attorney, you pay nothing unless we win. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Fuel costs add up. That's why fleet managers like Ed Keeley of Communications Unlimited are switching to Coast, the smart Visa fuel card designed to help business owners save on fuel and cut wasteful spending.
When we first started using Coast, we saved in the neighborhood of $22,000 from our previous month's invoice from our other provider.
Get fuel rebates of 4 to 10 cents on every gallon at Coast's 30,000 partner stations across the country, like Exxon and 7-Eleven. Plus, get greater control over your spending and block unauthorized purchases before they happen.
The biggest change is the controls that the Coast product allows us to have that the other vendor didn't. There was a lot of potential for abuse out there that became virtually impossible with Coast.
Go to coastpay.com/news and learn how to save an average of 10% on your fuel bill with Coast. That's coastpay.com/news to save 10% on fuel with Coast. Coastpay.com/NEWS.
Coast card products are issued by Celtic Bank. All card accounts are subject to credit approval. See terms at coastpay.com.
Now is the time to check your homeowner's insurance and ensure that you're covered before the next storm hits. Italiano Insurance can help give you that peace of mind. Even if your mortgage company doesn't require flood insurance, your home could still be at risk for flood. And now is the time to make sure your family is protected. Call 813-877-7799 or visit ItalianoInsurance.com today. Italiano Insurance, serving our community for over 60 years.
All right, it's time. 1-800-771-1025. You want to go see the Tampa Bay Lightning take on the Florida Panthers to kick off the playoffs here at Amalie Arena tomorrow? Call now. That's all you got to do. 1-800-771-1025. John's Joints on the way.
Comedian, actor, and author Colin Quinn is coming to Clearwater. Come see him April 24th at the Billheimer Capitol Theater. Hear Colin's unique perspective on American politics and culture. Don't miss one of the most beloved voices in comedy, Colin Quinn.
Your identity's not even who you are. Your identity's who the government says you are. Your personality is who the people that know you think you are. Your reputation is who the people that don't know you think you are. Your social media profile is who you think you are. And your browser history is who you are.
So April 24th at the Billheimer Capitol Theater. Tickets on sale now. Visit RuthEckfordHall.com.
Hi, I'm Patrick Thomas.
And I'm Heather Thomas from Bolt Electric, where we believe that the right way is the only way to do home electrical.
We believe the National Electrical Code is really the minimum standard, not the maximum standard.
We believe you deserve better electrical parts and better service.
We believe in ongoing training for our electricians.
Because there's no end to learning and improving.
Because at Bolt, we believe your safety is our core priority. Electrical problem? Call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
Many of you know that my inspiration for becoming an accident attorney was my brother Tim, who was rendered a quadriplegic at age 18. I didn't know what a personal injury lawyer was or what they did, but I soon did. Tim was treated terribly by the insurance company, and I became enraged. It was a constant delay and deny. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Tim later worked with me for 27 years. Last year, my hero died at age 65. You can see my eulogy for him by visiting mybrothertim.com. He was one hell of a man. Because of Tim, together we built the largest injury firm in the world, and our clients are treated the way I would want my family to be treated. At Morgan & Morgan, nobody is a nobody and everybody is a somebody. If you need our help, visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer. See you soon, Tim. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at Hims.com/radio, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/radio. That's Hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
1025, The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning's show. It's time for John's Choice with your host, John Senning.
To Senning Show. Thank you to everybody who called. We gave away the Lightning tickets. Appreciate you. Shout out to Jennifer. Yeah. I believe her name was Jennifer. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. And every afternoon at right around 3 o'clock, we need some help firing up these here joints. You might see him out on the course. You might see him hanging dong out of Caliente. But right now, you hear him on your radio. Drew Garabo.
Hi, boys.
How you doing?
Everything's great, man. Good to see you by, and we have another pair of full tickets to give away today after 4.
That's exciting. Because we were kind of rushed, and we've gone down this road a million times together. And in the early days, you were as shocked as I was in the idea of a tent party with the boys when there was only one porno tape available. I think that's probably, maybe I'm wrong, closer to the norm than you would think.
Yeah, we never had a videotape tent party, but we definitely had our share of magazine tent parties.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, especially at that age, you get one video. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So what's the
protocol?
No. What's the prime age you think for these parties?
I would say if I had to guess, we were probably 12, 13, maybe 14.
Yeah, 33.
Yeah.
No, same as John.
Yeah, I would say like it was just one guy found a porno tape in his parents' basement or wherever, and then it was just everybody had to go over to his house when his parents were home to watch it. So what are you going to do? You're just going to rotate and let people take it home, or are you going to turn the lights off and no questions?
It seems more likely that I'd rather it rotate than be like, well, let's just all do it at once.
I don't know. Different time. Different. I didn't. At that point, nobody really cared. I think the thought of your fellow man next to you was a side note, just to the fact that you got to see a porno tape for the first time in your life.
Yeah, and you're doing the same thing in your tent that I'm doing in my tent. We're not doing it together or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you are.
Wait, say it again?
You're not doing it together.
You're not doing it
You
together.
are doing it. You are absolutely doing it together.
I mean, you're doing it geographically together,
Sure.
but not.
It's the same way you're in a marching band. You're all playing the same song together. You're all in the band.
No,
You're
not
all playing instruments.
We're not playing the same song. We all may be playing our instruments, but the tune is different. In everything. I think. I just feel like there were probably a lot of boys around that age discovering things in group settings.
You know, what'd be cool is let's get calls from 12-year-old boys to talk about doing it right now.
800-771-1025.
Come on, kids, don't get your parents' permission.
I just found out that I guess there's no one, so I guess that.
Oh no, I never should have told you.
No 1-800, no 1-800, no 1-800-771-1025.
I shouldn't have said anything.
No, I didn't even know. And here's the thing: it's probably already so ingrained in my brain that it's going to be late. It's going to be too hard to come back from.
So
the one is. So what happens if you use the one?
I don't know. I've never tried.
Isn't it the same thing happen?
I
You just
know.
don't need to put it?
Or would it not work? Like if you put it, like I've been giving out a number to people that doesn't work. That would be the funniest part. If like you add the one.
Let me give it a shot here.
Yeah. By the way, Drew will also have another chance at $1,000 at what time is that? 5?
Will I? 5 o'clock. Yeah.
5 o'clock.
Call in with your best tent story.
No. This. Well, I mean, that feels illegal. But I want Drew to see if this works.
Is it ringing? Oh,
is this a little boy?
How? I have a tough part of it. All my friends.
Okay. This feels illegal. Gotta go.
Exactly.
A little bit. John's Joints brought to you by marijuanadoctor.com. Maybe you saw your friends partying and celebrating properly for 420 and you just felt left out. You thought, I want some of those disposable vapes. I want to be able to eat gummies and smoke pre-rolls and, get an extract and put it in my Puffco and all of those different things. Well, what are you waiting on? The time is now. marijuanadoctor.com. Use the code BONE20. That's going to get you $20 off the initial certification. The deals really are crazy. The products are crazy, but you got to get your card. So book the appointment. 40 locations throughout the state of Florida. Same day certification means there's no waiting around. The same day as your appointment, you'll be going into all these dispensaries, taking advantage of those first-time patient discounts. Book it now. It's code BONE20 at marijuanadoctor.com. Did you go across the state? Did you go see your family yesterday?
Not my family. No, I saw Sarah's brother and mom and everybody over in Lakeland.
So it was the 420 celebration was mild here and there?
Much delayed. Not until I got home and watched the DVR Orlando Magic Boston Celtics game.
Dude, that is something that I don't think a lot of people can do, and that I wish I had it in me. Like, what is your genuine level of interest when you're watching a recorded sporting event that has already happened?
1,000%.
Like you can be in.
Like as good as I'm watching live, even better because I can fast forward past the timeouts, the halftime, the commercials, and all of it. You watch a 3-hour game in an hour and a half.
See, I don't know what it is. It's just something in my brain, like the feeling and the knowing that the rest of the world knows what happens makes me less invested if I were to try and watch a sporting event recorded.
You know what's so funny is that I thought you might have spoiled it for me because like I didn't tell any of my friends that I was DVRing except Sarah, so she didn't tell me. And then I'm on the golf course and I saw you text me and it looked like you texted me a GIF or something. And it would have been right about the time the Magic game was over. And so I thought it might have been a Paolo GIF. And so I didn't look at your text for a long time. And then somehow it wasn't spoiled, but then I got home and saw the
Well,
Magic.
I love ball. So I know I was probably going to be hard pressed to not shoot off. I was actually showing you, they did this whole piece. I wonder if it's available online. It was a whole piece on the WrestleMania pre-show about hip hop and wrestling. And it was like about all of these different rappers and people that have been involved and fans over the years. And it was Rosenberg and Killer Mike. And they were like sitting around having this kind of roundtable thing that I thought you might find interesting. So that's what I was sending you. Not spoilers to the game.
There weren't any rappers in the rock and wrestling connection for the first 2 WrestleManias, right?
I don't think so. No, that would have been, who like it would have been
LL Cool J,
maybe
Run DMC.
Those might have been about your only options at that point. Well, now everybody's loving the integral weaving of rap with Travis freaking Scott ruining the main event of WrestleMania. Woo!
I could see you're a little bit upset about
Dude,
that.
I'm more than upset. I'm mad at how upset I am. Like I was saying earlier, Danielle was getting mad at me because I could not sleep. I was laying there in bed, I would just open my eyes and just start ranting and raving. I mean, the disrespect to the lineage of professional wrestling, to 17-time champion now John Cena, to have that moment stolen by Travis freaking Scott.
Sorry.
If it would have been Killer Mike, if it would have been LL Cool J, if it would have been somebody that just means something.
Yeah.
Did he tag him back? Did he get his receipt?
No, not even.
Yeah, I didn't notice that either.
We didn't even get to see, because when Travis Scott came out the first time, he for real punched Cody Rhodes in the side of the head and blew out his eardrum and gave him a big black eye. So Cody, black eye, not a big black eye, and told him.
Both.
And then Cody said, "I'm going to get my receipt." I'm going to whoop that ass, and he didn't even whoop that ass.
I heard he put him in a Kanye's cousin hold.
He did choke him out. Yeah. Dude, what's your take on the Kanye tweet, dude?
It's like he can't stop trying to outshock himself, if that makes any sense.
So somebody, a nice lady called, and I wouldn't know if I would call her like a super Kanye fan or not, but she just kind of called and was, I wouldn't say simping for Kanye, but just acknowledging the fact that like maybe this is why he's as messed up as he is, because he had this. But I also, I don't know what you would categorize.
It's not abuse.
Well, that okay, thank you. I wasn't going to be the one to say it first, but in my head, that's what I'm thinking.
He wasn't abused.
Neither of them. Well, I mean, unless one of them was like older and one was a minor.
Yeah, I think one was older, like above 18. I think Kanye has like
well, he said he did it until he
was
was 14.
Till the kid was 14, I thought.
I thought he said, I asked my cousin's D until I was 14.
Okay. But he was older too, I think.
My name is Ye.
Look it up.
And I blanked my cousin's blank until I was 14.
Why'd he stop at 14? That seems like prime blanking activity.
Well, and then it's also weird because he kind of makes it seem like they were looking at dirty magazines together, and the fact that Kanye stopped doing that then caused his cousin to go murder a pregnant woman.
Oh, because he was like yearning for those days.
I don't know. But I mean, I think we're probably past the point of anything that he could admit when it comes to trauma that would then start excusing away the things that he's done, I think.
Yeah. I think he should just admit that when his mom died on the operating table from the cosmetic surgery, that the Kanye we all knew and loved was dead forever.
Yeah, and it's, there's nowhere. And the other part was his new album, he changed the name to Cuck. Which the man is absolutely seems to be a cuck.
Yeah.
Like that is his thing.
Cuck.
Transitioning in no way is possible with this, but we'll try. It did feel a little bit quick, and I don't know what the time period is after something horrific happens to when you make people come back to class, but Florida State University lifted its class attendance mandate after students protested the directive that called for them to return to class just days after a mass shooting on campus left 2 dead and 6 injured. Students and instructors will now have the option to attend classes remotely starting today, with absences excused for those who choose not to attend at all. They sent out a letter saying, we want everyone to receive the support and help that they need. For some students, that may mean not going back into the classroom. For others, the idea of community and gathering, as well as the opportunity to focus on academics, may be beneficial. There is no single right answer for everyone. Is it wrong for them to be back up and operating already? I mean, so that was Thursday, right?
Yeah.
So that was Thursday. So, I mean, really, if we're not counting the day that it happened, one off day and then the weekend and then back to school on Monday.
That seems right. College students are pretty much adults, and I would think that you tell people school is open, but if someone isn't comfortable coming to class, then you give them an excused absence.
Well, and I think that was the problem, is that wasn't the way it was set up initially. The decision came in response to pushback from students who created an online petition blasting the university's quick return to the deadly scene as both inappropriate and insensitive, calling for excused absences and remote learning for those still processing. And then the school, obliged and ended up going through with that. One of the stories that is the non-story to the story is the person who was sipping their Starbucks coffee and posted the video of the girl bleeding out of her butt on the ground. Is that like par for the course of the desensitized world that we live in, or is that person absolutely a psychopath? Because that's kind of the narrative that's been drawn, is this person almost needs to be punished. I think people are trying to dox them and make them out to be a bad person. The murderer is the bad person, but that is not a great look at humanity, at the very least.
No, yeah, not a psychopath, just maybe a little desensitized to violence.
Yeah, and I guess from what I've seen, that girl has almost like a social media following where that's what she does. She walks around campus with her coffee. And a lot of times the camera is on her and she just shows her walks and things like that. So she was pretty much doing what she always does.
On brand, yeah.
There just happened to be a potentially dead body in the laying on the ground.
Hey, you can't let a corpse stand between you and content creation.
and that, did you see the story about that girl? So she did get, I hate to say it, but when I saw the video initially, a lot of times when people pass, like something is expelled. So I assume that's what was happening. The chick straight up got shot in the butt. Oh. She got shot in the butt.
The cheek or the?
It looked like it was damn near in the hole, if I'm being honest. But
down Main Street.
But then the I guess the killer was like standing over top of her, reloading his gun. So she laid there and played dead, and pretty much was like he was right there, shot her at fairly close range, and then stayed there above her, and she played dead. So I think that's kind of what that woman caught on tape was her playing dead still.
Was she targeted?
I don't think so, because the two people that were killed,
food service,
and I think the other was like was he a grounds? He had some sort of title at the school as well. So
they were all like employees.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the point. I don't know that we have a manifesto or any reason yet, but it is weird with the a connection to law enforcement and all of that. Clearly a damaged individual.
Yeah, and I think people heal at their own pace, and I think they should be encouraged if they're not comfortable returning to in-person learning, then that's fine. But I think you open up the classes for everybody else who can process it and move on.
So I think we went through the feeling out process, and it's one of those things too where maybe it's not as bad as it seems, but I think you might just have to move on, because the Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, sent details of the March attack on the Houthis in Yemen in a second group chat, not just the one that included the left-wing journalist. He sent out another set of details in another group chat that included his wife, his brother, and a personal lawyer. Now, this is now the latest scandal out of the Pentagon in a chaotic few weeks. Hegseth reportedly shared the sensitive details about the strike with his spouse before the U.S. carried out the March 15th attack. This is according to a new report from the New York Times yesterday, citing 4 sources. The information he shared was nearly identical to what was sent in another chat that mistakenly included the left-wing journalist. Last month, Hegseth allegedly texted that same information just to a family chat out there that he had fired up. Even if they want to explain this away a million times, I think this guy's got to go.
I think he'll be gone by the end of the week.
Yeah, and they're firing all sorts of people, like trying to, I think, cover their ass by firing people connected to him. The former head Pentagon spokesperson, John Ulliott, resigned last week, described the tumultuous few weeks within the department as the month from hell in an op-ed that was published yesterday at Politico, and said that Trump deserves better leadership at the department. The second chat supposedly scheduled or shared details of the schedule of airstrikes on the Iran-backed terrorist group, the Houthis.
Shocking that someone with no experience, who is a television personality, would screw everything up like this.
I think, I don't know how fit he was or wasn't fit. Dude, I think the dude's a booze hound. I think, and that was a thing that they were saying initially, that he was an alcoholic. There was a video of him at a speaking engagement within the first week after inauguration, sipping a cocktail. I think this dude gets into the booze and is having booze while firing up these text messages. I think, it's just one of those things. Sometimes you just got to take an L, and I would say take this L and get him out of there before something really, really bad happens. And then all the people who were saying fire him now are going to be even more right if he does do something worse.
Yeah, and I guess one of the dude they just got rid of couldn't wait to spill the tea on Hegseth.
Yeah, it's they had a clip of him yesterday at the Easter egg thing where he sounds like he's got a little slur to his voice. Like, I think this dude, the thoughts of him having a drinking problem, I think were well-founded. And I think whether it's the stress of the job that is having him drinking more, I just think cut your losses. You can't win them all. You can't, go. It's time to move on to somebody else, I think.
Yep.
Man, this is a wild story. If you are going to get in a game of shoot-off chicken, don't do it in Polk County. 2 Bartow police officers and a deputy with the Polk County Sheriff's Office recovering after being shot Friday night in Bartow. The suspect shot and killed. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd said a man with a criminal history held his parents hostage Friday in Fort Meade. Judd said that Wayne Voles, he's 34, told his parents he was Jesus and God. Judd said the elder Voles told his son that they were people of faith and that he was not Jesus or God.
If he's got a gun, he's Jesus and God.
At that exact moment.
Yeah.
Judd said the younger Voles held a gun to his father's head but did not shoot him. Voles took his parents' cell phone and held them hostage until later in the day. Judd said late that afternoon, Voles' father said he needed to go to work at Lowe's in Bartow. The father and son left their home in Fort Meade and drove to Bartow. Along the way, Judd said they'd stop so Wayne Voles could get some pills. Always pills. When the pair eventually arrived at Lowe's, Judd said the victim went into the store and told his coworkers what was going on. The employees of the store hid the man so his son couldn't find him. And that's when the victim called 911. The Polk County Sheriff's Office and Bartow Police responded to the scene. Judd said that's when Voles opened fire, striking a deputy in the arm. That deputy was taken to the hospital, is expected to be okay. That is when gunfire erupted between the suspect and the police. And if you're under the orders of Grady Judd, we shot him. We shot him enough. We shot him a lot. We stopped the threat, and that's what Grady's going to do.
You think in the Lowe's orientation video they cover what to do if an older gentleman comes in there screaming that he's going to be shot and killed by his son?
I don't know. Well, he was an employee, right? So like they knew the guy. So I mean, I would think that they have some sort of protocol for like protecting an employee who is in a dangerous situation. But even that, I don't think that the Lowe's staff was probably mentally prepared to deal with what was going on there. It's hard to get in the mind of a psycho who's clearly not thinking anything at all. But if you get into that situation in Polk County, like, you know you're dead.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know when you fire the first shot, like, there's not a thought going through your mind that you're going to live and make it out of there.
Yeah, we talk about all those crimes in Polk County a lot, the sex crimes, violent crimes, et cetera. You just have to know Grady loves having bad people put away and shot.
Yeah, and I mean, if they've got the opportunity to shoot you and shoot you a lot, they're going to do it.
Yep.
And they're going to have fun talking about it after it's done. Like, they're not going to be like, this poor guy, this poor man made some bad decisions, and sadly we had to end his life. They're going to pretty much make fun of you after they've killed you. And I don't think that's necessarily wrong. If you want to shoot at the cops, be prepared to die.
We shot him a lot.
I'm curious your thoughts here, because I know you have at least some connection to the dad from Malcolm in the Middle. Because
Never heard of him.
You watched Malcolm in the Middle, though, right?
Yep.
You know of the guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the bald dude, right?
So they're I don't think he was bald in that show. So they're rebooting and filming the Malcolm in the Middle right now.
Okay.
Not a lot of people talking about the vroom vroom angle on this. Frankie Muniz he raced, I believe, on Friday night in the NASCAR Truck Series. And that's kind of, from what he talks about, that's what fills his tank, vroom vroom, in life, is that he loves racing, and that's really what he wants to do. Cool. So he's doing that, and he's also in the midst of filming the Malcolm in the Middle. Just shows you things don't necessarily bring happiness that you think might. He's being flooded, Frankie Muniz is, with support from fans after issuing a candid update on his mental health. The actor, who's been in the news for the racing and all of that, said on Twitter, wait, where is it? I lost it. If I'm being 100% honest, mentally and emotionally, I may be at a new low. I just wanted to say it out loud.
Oh, man.
His candid post was praised by fans, with one commenting, if you want to drop out of playing Malcolm, drop out. You don't owe any person, any fan or studio coming back to that role. You decide how to live your life.
It's no Kanye tweet. I'll give him.
I will say you really
does not pop like the Kanye.
I'll say it's no good to be sharing a news cycle of celebrity tweets with Kanye's. It's pretty much like if you weren't S in a relative's D, then nobody's here for it.
Then shut up and get off Twitter.
Well, they can't do a Malcolm in the Middle reboot without Malcolm, right?
I would think. Well, he's grown now, right? So they could just cast someone to be Malcolm.
Well, they casted another kid for the other kid.
Oh, the youngest.
Yeah,
right? Because he quit acting.
I always thought that kid was funny.
I
don't know anything about him. He's funny.
Dewey?
Yeah, he was funny. Look, I mean, not to be mean, but he was funny. He was kind of a funny looking guy.
And
he didn't make it. So couldn't they just do CGI?
I don't know. It'll be good to have the dad get another role finally. I mean,
That
I know
is
he was
true.
on Seinfeld for a minute, but
Yeah,
And Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, he was. What was he in Power Rangers?
He was just like the bad guys. Like he played a lot of voice acting with the bad guys.
Was he the
in the
voice-
main one, the new movie? He played Zordon.
Zordon,
Yeah.
I thought too, because he was. Did he have like a producer credit in the old school episodes? I think I remember that.
No, I know he was like a voiceover guy. He was like, "Wow, I'll get you Power Rangers."
man, I have no familiarity with Power. Every time you guys talk about it, I like it. I've never seen a second of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was too far after for you to be interested in it as an adult.
Yeah.
It was too soon for Xander to be into it. So
Yeah.
it was just in that sweet spot of like a handful of things where you just maybe you could go watch it.
Yeah, I don't think.
I mean, I'm watching ball.
Yeah, you're not though.
I'm not. Man, I think we are. I hate to say this and I hate to be morbid, but just with every other week, something happening in the sky, it feels like we're building up to like a really bad incident with an airliner. And now there's a new element. The fact that drones are everywhere and they may end up meeting in a way that has a bad ending. A commercial airliner was on final approach to San Francisco's International Airport. This is now just being reported. This happened in November when the crew spotted a drone outside of the cockpit window. By then, it was too late to take evasive action. The pilots reported and the quadcopter passed by their windshield not 300 feet away. A month earlier, a jetliner was flying at an altitude of 4,000 feet near Miami's International Airport when pilots reported a close encounter with a drone. In August, a drone came within 50 feet of clipping the left wing of a passenger jet as it departed Newark International Airport. These incidents have all been classified as near mid-air collisions. Any one of them could have been catastrophic with consequences being felt through aviation, according to safety experts. They were also not isolated encounters. An Associated Press analysis of the database reveals that drones last year accounted for nearly 2/3 of reported near mid-air collisions involving commercial passenger planes taking off and landing in the country's top 30 busiest airports.
Is that just mischievous drone owners who want to like mess with planes, or are they doing something nefarious?
I am so curious what is going on with the drone thing, because just looking back from the way that it was being reported in the New Jersey thing and what was going on to where we are now, I wonder if Trump just didn't do something to shut down the noise. Like, I don't know what you could do. I guess if people were seeing them out their windows, they'd still be taking to social media. But we pretty much went right up to Christmas. I remember going into Christmas break, it was all I was thinking about. I had a massive droner. We were hearing about it every day of the week, people seeing them not only in New Jersey, but all over the country. Christmas break happened, and by the time we got back, it was done. It was over. And then they gave the same sorry excuse that Biden tried to give a few months earlier by saying it was a mixture of like amateur drone people and then people just over-reporting it. I'm past the point of thinking that it's aliens or something like that, but I do think that there are nefarious actors with these drones, either spying on certain places or messing with airplanes. And sadly, people probably won't really pay attention until something really, really bad happens, because those alone are kind of crazy to hear about.
Yeah, and I imagine being in an airplane, like it's already so stressful trying to land that when you see a drone a couple hundred feet outside your window, what do you even do?
It really, and I mean, just and I don't even think a lot of these have to do with drones, just all of the different instances we're seeing now of planes catching on fire. And then, we've got the helicopter flying out of the air. We had the helicopter plane incident in D.C. Like, it just feels like more bad things are happening in the sky than ever. And now you throw in mystery drones running into airplanes, and it feels like we're on a no pun intended collision course for like a really bad instance to take place with a commercial flight.
And you said something about on fire. Was that Orlando today?
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Dude, it's just something tangible must be at play.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's, I don't know if it was quick enough with firings in the FAA and all of these different things that people like to point the finger at. I don't know if that is why we're seeing what we're seeing, but a switch flipped. And then we went from not really having much to worry about on commercial flights to having something at least every other week when it comes to commercial flights being in danger or flipping over or catching on fire. It's scary because you used to be able to go, nothing really happens on these flights. And now when you tell yourself that, you're lying.
Safer on the ground.
Exactly.
Maybe it's the manufacturing defects from the 70s or 80s that all these planes are turning a certain age and things are going wrong.
I like that.
You know?
I like that's a, that feels, I like that. That somehow makes me feel better.
All right, good.
I mean,
Don't
so
fly.
like they're trying to glue together these parts and make it work instead of just upgrading to new.
Yeah, because I'm sure new planes are expensive as hell, and air travel already costs you an arm and a leg.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, I got a couple roaches still burning that we'll fire up. One pertaining to a fee that a pizzeria added to their bill some cases I can see it being, I don't want to steal your intellectual property. Okay. Other times I can see it being not okay, but we'll dig into it next in John's Joints. But first, we love to tell you about Win Derby at Derby Lane. I brought up Bryan Cranston. He filmed a movie right here at Win Derby at Derby Lane. There's been countless films filmed there. You walk in, it's like going back into the glory days. $5 minimums at some of the tables, free cocktails while you're playing, snacks, and much more.
Yep, maybe you need to get in a little action on a Monday night. Stop on over, get a $5 minimum table going with some poker, little Texas Hold'em, little pie gow, and then win yourself some money. These progressive jackpots, they are no joke. You can win yourself tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It's a fact. Every day, $10,000 to $100,000 being given away, whether it's a night out with the boys, the girls. It's really cool if you got family coming into town. You want to show off the area. What a spot. Plenty of free parking. You can still bet on the ponies. There's tournaments going on. For all the information you're ever going to need, check them out online. It's win-derby.com. That's win-derby.com.
How to enjoy my love. Bumping my music. Turn it down low, very loud.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. It's Lightning Hockey on 102.5 The Bone. The Bolts are back in the playoffs. Tomorrow night, your Tampa Bay Lightning are at home at the Amalie Arena to take on the Florida Panthers. The game starts at 8:30 p.m. It's the battle for Florida. You can listen to every single playoff game right here on the official station of the Tampa Bay Lightning. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw hockey. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Traffic's returning to normal in St. Pete following an earlier wreck along southbound I-275 and I-375, but volumes remaining sluggish through that area, which is typical for this time of the afternoon. All right, northbound along Park Street at Bay Pines Boulevard has the right lane blocked, and up in Tarpon Springs, the two right lanes have been blocked from a crash along southbound US 19 at Beckett Way. Earlier mishaps on the Hillsborough side have now been wrapped up. This is Jim with traffic.
Save time and money with mobile service at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They come to you and perform on-site simple repairs or routine maintenance. Schedule mobile service with Jerry Ohm today. Online at jerryohm.com. Tampa is Ohm country. See dealer for complete details.
Furman Chevrolet in Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. What makes us #1 at Furman Chevy Brandon? We say yes. Yes to having Tampa Bay's largest new Chevy inventory. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. And now, during truck month, well-qualified buyers will receive 2.9% APR for 72 months on the new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Turbo Max. Come see why we are #1. Visit us on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online at FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy Brandon. Together, let's drive.
A lot of people whose homes were severely damaged by Helene and Milton are still trying to figure out whether they should repair their home, tear it down and rebuild, or lift their home. There are a lot of important decisions to make. Well, let me take one decision off your plate. If you need replacement windows and doors, just call WeatherTight Windows. They are the local experts when it comes to windows and doors. So skip the big box stores and call WeatherTight Mike.
WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
At Florida Prepaid, we're here for all the grinders, the go-getters, the gifted, the talented, the unique, the spirited. We're here for the well-to-do, the just getting started, the budgeters, the big spenders, and everyone in between. Because we believe that every child deserves higher education, and our goal is to help families save for it by making it simpler and more affordable than ever before. So every child has the opportunity to shine. Plans start at just $29 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Are they promising you up to 10% growth per year guaranteed for your retirement income? If not, you need a new financial advisor. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hard-working folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 up front or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't work when you're supposed to be retired. And if any financial advisor tells you it's too good to be true, they simply don't have the options we do. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
Have you heard of the new Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets yet? It's a lot of fun, and there's at least $250,000 in bonus bets on the line every single day. That's the minimum, and it grows fast. All you have to do is pick a side for $1. There's a new battle every day. Matchups like favorites versus underdogs, overs versus unders, Florida versus the world. If your side wins for the day, you not only get your cash winnings, you split all those bonus bets. Check it out on the Hard Rock Bet app. Download it now on Google or iPhone, or simply go to hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. To wager, terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMITTED.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Spring into savings at Crown Kia because it's all about location, location, location.
And Abby, it's all about selection, selection, selection. We have a sea of new Kias out there.
Over 400 new Kias available to choose from. Hurry in to shop our huge selection of no tariff inventory and save on a new Kia. Drive for only $219 a month.
Plus, no market adjustment or dealer installed options.
Crown Kia, the better way to buy.
And service.
CrownKia.com. For lease information and more details, call 1-800-371-0942.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensate for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Ruck, run, or walk it at the 3rd Annual Sergeant Anthony Patrick Malstat's Defender Ruck on June 7th. Choose the 5K, 2.2-mile Ruck Walk, or go virtual. Every step supports military mental health and suicide prevention, plus music, food, raffles, and more. Sign up now at defenderruck.com and use the code THEBONE for $10 off.
Integrity, respect, results. Farah and Farah, expect more. Tampa.
Do rain or bugs have your car looking dirty? Well, Bubble Down Car Wash has you covered. They offer longer wash tunnels, powerful vacuums, and the friendliest staff. Check out BubbleDown.com to find a Bubble Down Car Wash location near you.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com.
I'm meteorologist Jim Weber in the Sky Tower Weather Center. A few clouds around for tonight, but it's a mild night. Low temperature down to 70. Then as we head into Tuesday, scattered clouds and a hot afternoon. Daytime high of 90 degrees. No rain in sight over the next several days.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
A day late on the 420 playlist. Welcome back to John's Joint Senning Show. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. And Drew Garabo, who will be broadcasting live from Amalie Arena tomorrow and Thursday for game 1 and 2 as the Lightning take on the Florida Panthers. You feeling good?
About the Lightning or about in general?
I mean specifically about the Lightning winning this series.
Man, yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, but it's the Magic losing to Boston really pissed me off yesterday.
Well, this is another team, another game, another sport. Don't let those Orlando Magic's bad vibes seep into your into your Lightning vibes.
And no offense, but isn't it kind of like, aren't you kind of expecting them?
That is true.
It is. The Celtics are the 2 seed. The Magic barely made the playoffs. They've only got Franz Wagner and Paolo. What did you make yesterday before we forget?
Oh, yes.
This is more important.
We were just feasted for 2 days for the WrestleMania.
Yeah.
By the way, I was at Small Batch Creamery, and Alfred was asking about you. He's like, "Oh, tell Drew to get in here. I get it.
I will.
I get him, dude." Anyways, pimento cheese. Pimento cheese.
You made some?
We made pimento cheese yesterday. After the conversation about the pimento cheese sandwiches at the Masters, and you said how good yours was, we made pimento cheese and had pimento cheese sandwiches yesterday.
How were they?
Good.
Oh.
Good. No, it's good.
That's a weird good.
No, it's very, very good. It's also just like it's a very simplistic. Like it's cheese. It's cream cheese. There was like some seasonings.
Okay.
And then there's more cheese. And then there's pimento.
All right.
So I mean, I think that it just had been built up in my head that I was missing out on this great thing my whole life. That when I bit into it, these expectations were just like monumental. And then I bit into it. Delicious. Ate it. I'm gonna probably have some more tonight. But it was delicious. It was good.
Okay.
It was good. Pimento cheese. The first time in my life ever having it.
I was thinking about you because we went to Black Pearl in Dunedin on Saturday night, and they have hors d'oeuvres. And one of them was like a deconstructed Chicago beef sandwich.
Oh, really?
But it was on like a little cracker. It was just like one little cracker with like a
thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it was
nice.
unique. Very good.
Dude, we made such random food. The other thing that we made last night, because I saw a video of it online, was like an English style jacket potato.
Oh,
so Danielle made the recipe, like supposedly the legit version of like beans and like a tomato sauce, and then it's just a baked potato with cheese, and then you top it with these beans, which are kind of like an English style baked bean and a tomato sauce.
That's so a jacket potato isn't just a baked potato.
I don't know if the beans are automatic. I know that the jacket potato is what they called it across the pond.
Yeah,
and I think one of the things that they put on them a lot are beans. Very rare, very very strange menu we concocted over the weekend.
You guys at Ruby Tuesdays got a lot of British tourists too.
Oh yeah. Specifically in the villages. When we were in the villages, we had so many, and they would order. Oh, it was so weird. Oh, I'm trying to remember now.
Why would you get a lot of them at Ruby Tuesdays?
Because a lot of people come from like other places to spend their summers in the villages.
Yeah, we got
all the old
Fridays.
people, and then they're just all tourists coming to Orlando and stuff.
Fizzy orange.
It was the Shandy.
Beer and Sprite.
Yeah, which was
Shandy's awesome.
Which was so weird because they ended up making one. Line and Kugel made one that was more of like a lemonade and beer. But when the legit Brits came over, they wanted it with Sprite and beer.
Yeah, which they called lemonade.
Yeah, that's what it was. But the one that they gave you that came in the bottle was a lot more like a lemonade.
Right. But when they said lemonade, they meant Sprite, the Brits. So they're like, oh, Shandy, please.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got those too. Snake bite. You ever have one of those too?
Hold on. Is that's a drink?
It is.
So it's a beer.
Yep.
And then it's a cider.
That's right.
A cider with
beer.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
cider with a beer?
Yeah, you mix the cider and the beer.
Oh, I thought there was something black in it. I thought something black was inside it. Was in cider.
No, you're thinking of Dickens or Cummins.
Oh, wait.
Two very popular brands of cider.
No, I swear there was something black in cider.
Maybe you're thinking of the British dessert Spotted Dick. There was a black Spotted Dick in cider.
No. Oh, no. I was just thinking of Kanye's mouth. Yeah.
Sorry,
Let
Jesus.
it ride.
Sorry, Jesus, and sorry to the gentleman who was offended by the by the Jesus mouth thing. He didn't copy me, or if he did, I have him blocked.
It didn't cross my mind at the time, to be honest with you. But then after reading how mad he was, I honestly became surprised that more people were mad.
Just this one guy, huh?
Yeah, he was pretty much just like because it was Thursday and then Friday was that Good Friday?
Yeah,
like
Friday.
Something about it being on the eve of Good Friday was what really bothered him. I think he called it satanic in nature.
Satanic,
yeah.
Sir. Please, we may be whimsical with the Jesus, but we do not embrace Satan.
And you have two now, right?
I do. Thank you. Danielle's son gave me one. He's wearing a sash that said "Jesus loves you."
He just happened to, by coincidence, have a little Jesus?
Yeah, I was busting out my little Jesus over at Danielle's before TL Gentians at OCC, and her son gave me the little Jesus with the Jesus love you.
When are you?
Is it like a similar look to it? Like they look like the same
could
Jesus?
Be brothers, the Jesus brothers, like those twins on Breaking Bad.
At some point, you're going to have to start taking this as more than just a little sign. Like Jesus is just coming at you.
Yeah, he's popping up everywhere.
Well, and the fact that you're carrying it around every single day, like I don't know what's happening.
Well, he forgets it.
Something's happening.
I'm not opposed to Jesus. I mean, I'm not a Christian, but Jesus is cool. He's a cool dude.
Is it blasphemous if you're carrying it around? 'Cause
Why?
You don't really believe in it?
I mean, who's
not to me. I'm just asking in general.
Well, into that guy, the guy who,
Sorry, sir.
him putting him in your mouth. You putting Jesus in your mouth was, I think, what really got him.
Just so that gentleman knows, Jesus stayed out of my mouth all day yesterday.
Actually, and it didn't ever make it in his mouth.
Different.
No, yeah, that's true. You just
a brick.
I opened my mouth, and it was a great toss. He chipped off
It was
my
a
teeth.
little too hot. That was a Jesus.
He did not come inside you.
Yeah.
Like get inside you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Man.
No complaining here. This one patron got charged a bitching fee at their local pizzeria for something that many wouldn't even consider complaining. This was on the R Funny subreddit. Shared their brief, bizarre experience. I think it was in Indiana, and very simple mistake. They ordered a Bud Light, but they gave them a Miller Lite, which isn't bitching at all. And then, sure enough, they included a picture of the ticket, and there is a $5 bitching fee. I love the idea of a bitching fee,
sure,
but you're losing all rights to use your bitching fee if you're going to use it for people who aren't really bitching.
Yeah, if you gave them the wrong item, they're not bitching if they point it out. They're giving a legitimate concern.
What would be craft a mini scenario where the bitching fee is warranted?
Sure. I got this tiramisu, and it's the coffee flavor on it is too strong. I know it's supposed to be ladyfinger soda and espresso, but it just tastes too strong like coffee for me. That's a $5 bitching fee.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's legit one I saw online today.
We've been sitting here forever, and we haven't even got our drinks in. We've been here 3 minutes.
Well, I don't know how long have you been sitting, because sometimes too long,
Yeah.
So that's the other thing too. Because we're so high maintenance, things that other people would perceive as bitching, we would think of as legitimate
observations.
Yeah. Like the drinks take too long. That's a problem. If I'm sitting too long,
what's too long?
If I'm sitting more than 5 minutes before the server comes over to me, you're not doing your job.
Yes.
And here's the thing. This can all be remedied. You put a hand on the table and you go, I'll be right with you.
Yep.
That's it. You just gave yourself another 5 minutes.
Aren't you risking not getting any tip if I've now got hit with a $5 bitching fee? I go, well, you're getting a $0 tip.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this isn't a pizza place, so I don't know if there was a server or more of a counter experience.
Right.
But yeah, once you throw the bitching fee on, you kind of have just said, I don't.
You're foregoing your tip.
I don't want to be tipped. Thank you, Dizzy.
Oh.
Thank you, Drew Garabo.
Oh, thanks, John.
Don't go anywhere. You've got $1,000 coming your way still. You've got your opportunity for another pair of tickets to get to the Lightning Panthers game tomorrow at Amalie Arena. Drew will be live out there tomorrow. Do you know where you're going to be yet? Will people be able to find you?
They will, but unfortunately, we'll be done by the time doors open.
Oh,
It's an 8:30 game.
Oh, yeah.
So I think gates will open at 7:30. Mike O is doing the pre-game show from, I think, the same place we are, which is up on the...
and then Thursday is an early start.
6:30.
Yeah.
Which is so weird, right?
A little bit of late, a little bit of early, a little bit of something for everybody. Don't go anywhere. Drew Garabo Live is coming up next. But first, we'd love to tell you about our buddy, Jeff Borum.
We love Jeff Borum. Right. Options as well. Buy your home, sell your home, rent your home, and there's no risk. Buy your home, sell your home, rent your home, and there's no risk. He'll let you out of the contract at any time. Google it. BORHAM for Jeff Borum. Jeff Borum.
Jeff Borum. My music died too.
Jeff Borum.
Goodbye, everybody.
See ya.
Goodbye, everybody.
Jeff Borum.
Borum.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. The Bone bonus is back. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Just listen for the Bone bonus keyword at 8, 10, noon, 2, and 5. Head over to the free 102.5 The Bone app and enter the keyword within 15 minutes past the top of the hour for your chance to win $1,000. $1,000. It's the Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Traffic's returning to normal in St. Pete following an earlier wreck along southbound I-275 and I-375, but volumes remaining sluggish through that area, which is typical for this time of the afternoon. All right, northbound along Park Street at Bay Pines Boulevard has the right lane blocked, and up in Turpin Springs, the two right lanes have been blocked from a crash along southbound US 19 at Beckett Way. Earlier mishaps on the Hillsborough side have now been wrapped up. This is Jim with traffic.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
Ah, La Galleria.
And of course, American touches like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
This little piggy wasn't affected by the market. This little piggy had protected funds. This little piggy locked in college costs. This little piggy had a 1-year plan, and all the little piggies went wee to college land.
Before you know it, those tiny feet will be off to college. Save the smartest way with a Florida 529 prepaid plan. Unlike a regular savings account, the funds are dedicated and guaranteed to cover tuition costs. So when they're ready to go, you are too. Prepaid plans start at $29 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th.
Over 700 new Hyundais, tariff-free at Crown Hyundai. Get financing as low as 0%, buy with zero down, or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com.
With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing.
Have you signed up for the Hard Rock Unity card yet? If you haven't, what are you waiting for? It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Sign up for a Unity card at the Players Club and receive a free limited edition Seminole Hard Rock t-shirt and up to $200 on them. You'll receive your actual slot loss back from your first day on your next visit and 2 equal free play offers up to $200. Insert your new card into your favorite slot machine and begin playing and start earning points. Your Unity points can be used like regular dollars on qualifying purchases at participating restaurants, bars, hotels, lounges, and retail stores. Stop by the Seminole Hard Rock and make sure you get your Hard Rock Unity card.
This April is your last chance to max your tax refund at Sun Toyota. Bring us your rebate and we'll double it up to $3,000. Then get 0% financing on select new Toyota trucks. Backed by a nationwide lifetime warranty with 4-year maintenance on new models. Hurry in today or shop online at suntoyota.com. Because when you make it Sun Toyota,
we make it happen.
Toyota.com.
Call 1-800-639-3367 for more information.
Springtime is here, and that means car buying season. If you plan on getting an electric vehicle, you're going to need an EV charger at home. Climate Design Home Services are your go-to company when needing to install or service an EV charger. Whether you own a Rivian, a Tesla, GM, or Ford, Climate Design Home Services can make charging as easy as plugging it in. Furthermore, if you need any type of panel adjustments or upgrades, the licensed electricians from Climate Design Home Services can ensure that you have enough power to charge everything in the comfort of your own home. No more driving around town looking for a charger, worrying you're going to run out of juice. Climate Design Home Services lets you charge at home. Call 727-295-1572 or go to climatedesign.com and schedule your EV charger installation. That's climatedesign.com.
Medical malpractice and nursing home abuse cases are difficult and the stories are heartbreaking. At Bernetti PA, we fight to make sure your story is heard loud and clear. We know you may not have been ready. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Great Scott! Back to the Future is now on stage, and it's a jaw-dropping spectacle rapes USA Today. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious entertainment. April 29th through May 4th at Straz Center. Get your tickets yesterday at StrazCenter.org.
It's the start of a new season of Raise deals, and they're so good, even Raymond is buying. Drive a new Honda Pilot, just $419 per month, or a new Honda Accord, just $319 per month. Even Raymond is buying. It's the start of a new season of Raise deals. Don't miss out. Claim your Raise deal today at Crown Honda, the better way to buy and service. Call 800-509-4942 for complete details.
Have you ever taken your family to dinner and been shocked at how expensive the bill was? Or gone to the doctor and been surprised by a large bill that was sent to you later in the mail? There is over $22 trillion in U.S. tax-deferred retirement accounts like the IRA and 401k. So do you know how much you will owe in taxes on those accounts in the future? Hi, I'm Rebecca Walser, principal of Walser Wealth Management and a tax attorney. And right now I want you to think about how much you've saved in your own deferred retirement accounts, whether it's $250,000 or more. Guess what? That is not all of your money. You will have to pay those taxes in retirement as you withdraw it when you have no income. At Walser Wealth, we created a retirement tax bill calculator to show you what you will pay in future taxes on your accounts, and it's free for you to use. Go to mytaxtest.com. Knowledge is only power when it's followed by action. Knowing your future taxes, we can show you strategies that might help you lower them and lower your tax burden overall in the future. For now, use our free tax calculator, mytaxtest.com, mytaxtest.com.
Fuel costs add up. That's why fleet managers like Ed Keeley of Communications Unlimited are switching to Coast, the smart Visa fuel card designed to help business owners save on fuel and cut wasteful spending.
When we first started using Coast, we saved in the neighborhood of $22,000 from our previous month's invoice from our other provider.
Get fuel rebates of 4 to 10 cents on every gallon at Coast's 30,000 partner stations across the country, like Exxon and 7-Eleven. Plus, get greater control over your spending and block unauthorized purchases before they happen.
The biggest change is the controls that the Coast product allows us to have that the other vendor didn't. There was a lot of potential for abuse out there that became virtually impossible with Coast.
Go to coastpay.com/news and learn how to save an average of 10% on your fuel bill with Coast. That's coastpay.com/news to save 10% on fuel with Coast. Coastpay.com/NEWS.
Coast card products are issued by Celtic Bank. All card accounts are subject to credit approval. See terms at coastpay.com. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at